Ooh, can people see me? Can people hear me?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. And Sarah's very happy right now. Pinup Palmer. Thanks, Sarah, for the super chat. She's been waiting to do that for a minute. Can everyone hear me, by the way?
They should be able to heal you.
No, Kristen, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give my cell phone number out on the live chat. It's one of those things that I got to keep a secret.
How unfortunate.
But thank you for tuning in. We're going to be nerding out here for the next hour or so. I'm joined by my buddy Carter, who set this all up, by the way. Shout out to Carter, because hold on, can people hear us too? Like, can you guys, is everything good?
Yeah, everything should be. I can check the audio real quick.
Oh, is it red and moody? Should we switch the lighting? Because it's funny that.
Yeah. We'll
okay, cool. We have a blue light on us, a yellow light. There's a pink one, green. It's interesting how it's coming in.
Let me move this then, because now I'm looking at the stream. Is that better? Does that look better?
I mean, sure, whatever. The thing is like these are supposed to just be like we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like
chilling.
I got this crazy setup, even though Carter did do this crazy setup. So thanks, Carter. That's why there was a little bit of a delay. So sorry about that for those that have been waiting. But Carter's amazing, and I'm stupid, so I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
We just couldn't get the mics connected.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing.
That was the biggest delay.
Yeah, Carter for the win, man. He knows how to work all this stuff. It's really cool because there's like a switcher down here. It's like super professional, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I don't mind going live on the phone. But if it's a better experience for all of you guys, then hey, it's a win-win.
Just adjusting some stuff and we'll be good to go. Hello, everyone.
And sorry if I don't answer everyone's questions on the chat or anything like that. We're just going to be, we're just going to be hanging out. And don't mind the critters. If you hear critters, there's kitty cats. For those that have watched the live stream here in this location before, you know that there's cats running around too. And I don't know where they're at. Are they they're in the room?
They're in the other room.
Okay.
And then one is out here. Well, if one is scratching at the door, I might let him in, but he might get a little crazy. I'm trying to figure out where to put this mic.
Alex says, "What's the topic?" Well, the topic is theme parks and roller coasters.
Whatever you guys want it to be.
Well, we had talked about a topic, and we were going to talk about Donkey Kong, which we're going to talk about Donkey Kong. But I was like, why don't we just talk about everything?
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since we've done the live stream, and as a lot of you know, I don't do them often. They're super rare, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the live stream for Epic Universe the last couple times because it was just easier. Because remember, I tried to edit that first one.
You edited that? Okay, so a little BTS for y'all. We shot that in 2 parts over a course of 6 hours.
Yeah, it was the classic Universal Monsters World breakdown.
And it was almost identical to this setup that we're doing now, minus the streaming setup. It was just his iPhone recording. And then the next day he went to edit, and he's like, "This is taking me forever."
Oh, dude, it was a nightmare.
it was like a 3-hour edit at that point. You were not even halfway done through the video. And then we're like, let's just stream.
Yeah.
Let's just stream.
Someone says that the audio is a little lowish. We might be able to turn it up like a tad, right?
Audio's as high as it can go on our end.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it because then people can always just turn their stuff up at home. It's not, especially for those that are watching the replay. It sounds okay on our end. Yeah. So just crank it up the volume if you need to. Also, thanks for those watching the replay right now. I don't know how long this is going to go. Might go for like an hour and some change, maybe even 2. I don't know. We're just chilling. But yeah, that was a brutal edit. So I was like, no, we're not doing that. Maybe we should just go live. It's way easier because then we can talk about Epic Universe and then people can rewatch the video and it's just way easier.
Yeah.
And today, the topic is just everything.
Just everything. What you guys want to talk about? There's a lot happening within the themed entertainment industry right now. We're leading up to Epic Universe, which is huge. Disneyland 70th anniversary is coming up in just a couple months as well.
Six Flags and Cedar Fair closing some rides.
Oh my gosh!
And then, yeah, I mean, there's so much.
Don't get me started on Six
Oh
Flags.
well, we're gonna get started on it. And hello, Terry. Terry is one of the moderators here, so thanks, Terry, for keeping it real in here. But Sarah, Dylan needs new clothes. Yeah, I don't buy a lot of clothes. I really don't. I do not spend money on that kind of stuff. I like to spend money on food. I am a food and beverage kind of guy.
Me too.
Yeah, and I should buy myself some clothes, but eventually we'll get there. Maybe I'll just buy a bunch of Epic Universe stuff because the park's gonna be opening, but I'll just be decked out in Epic Universe stuff.
And you don't like to buy a lot of theme park merchandise either.
No,
It's very
I'm not.
rare.
Yeah, it's very rare that I buy like a theme park thing. There's some cool shirts, like that D. Landers shop. That's new, by the way, at Downtown Disney. Have you walked into that shop, Carter?
No.
Well, you're gonna have to pull out a second mortgage for it because there's a lot of stuff that is pretty expensive in there. But they got some cool shirts, and they're like button-up shirts, like Nate wears from Page.
I love
this?
Yeah, I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I got this on discount when Horror Nights was done,
Oh yeah.
and I got this for like $5.
And that's what I tell everyone that's watching. Like, if you can buy the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise later on in the season, go ahead and do it. I know Universal doesn't want me to tell people that because they want you to buy it at full price. But if you can wait and you got an annual pass to the park, just go.
You are taking a risk when you wait to the sale because
sure.
a lot of the items that are like high, like people want them they're gone by the sale, right? And this past season, they put a lot of stuff on 30% off, like 4 weeks out until the end. It was weird.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was weird.
They probably just wanted to get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I like going to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando near the end of the run because of the sales if I do want to pick something up. But I don't think I picked anything up this season. I can't remember. Pinup Palmer, thanks for the super chat to the Truffle Shuffle. I don't even know what that is. Is that what kind of dance are we doing?
The Truffle Shuffle?
The couch is making noises too.
Yeah. Facebook Marketplace couches.
Yeah, I always tell people if you can go. Same with Grinchmas. Does Grinchmas already have stuff on sale?
It's at 35% off.
There you
Something
go.
like that.
Like I've
I saw
said in
yesterday.
the videos. Like it's just if you can get it on sale. Dylan always looks so good in the Instagram photos. Thank you. I try my best. I'm down almost 40 pounds since August. Carter is even going. Carter's going to the gym now too.
Yep.
And you did legs today.
I did legs today.
Yeah.
I was like legs and live streams.
Yep. And then Sarah and I did the Runyon Canyon hike today. That was great. We had a great time. Sarah killed it. She ran up that hill.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I
she
can't
did
do
not
that.
stop. I had to catch up to her.
I have a bad back
Yeah,
and bad
well, no,
knees. I can't run anymore.
She was going so fast up that hill, I couldn't believe it. And that's a good hike. You remember Shawnee?
Yeah.
He does the hike all the time, and he's got me hooked on it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that like all the time now.
I love the there's a Studio City hike that's really cool. Oh, hello, cat.
kitty cat.
This is the Mooney. Say hi to Mooney.
Christopher says, "Who cares about roller coaster credits?" And it really boils down to verified bragging. Yeah, but I still count them. I think I'm at 190. I'm almost at 200.
I forgot how many I am. I stopped counting.
I am such a nerd that I have them in my notes app in my phone, and I have them all listed and named and everything.
I used to pay for an app.
Oh my god!
I used to pay for a coastal counting app. And
What app was it?
it was literally called Coastal Count.
I wonder if I had that one. I just started writing them down now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Goonies reference. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Aren't they remaking that movie and they're making a sequel?
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be a theme park ride in the future too. It could be a land, right?
A Goonie Land?
Yeah, why not?
There was that pirate cave.
Yeah, they can. Did you know that when they saw that for the first time, that was like their first reaction of seeing it.
That's so cool.
Nicole, thank you so much for the super chat.
Woo!
Hello, Dylan. I just bought a new annual pass in November. Thanks for the updates. I love seeing the work here. You keep it coming with the info. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that I can provide helpful information, not just for you, but for everyone that watches. I try my best. It's tough sometimes because there's a lot going on. But, is this the...
I
Is this
think
the Goonies
this is
thing?
it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone's liking the new videos.
That's the truffle shuffle.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can't do that on the live stream.
No, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
Probably
and
not.
do that.
Yeah, probably not gonna do that.
Yeah.
We didn't show it because copyrights are real.
Between you, Katie, Pixar Charlie, I'm cutting back on the soda and the carbs. I'm inspired. Well, yeah, I hope I can inspire a lot of people. Yeah, I am not at the goal that I'm at or that I want to get to right now. I'm very happy that I've lost almost 40. I want to lose even more. I know it's crazy, but I want to be super like hardcore about it. Like it's going to be insane next year. People are going to be like, dude, you need to calm down. I'm like, no, I'm not calming down.
You're just going full at it, yeah.
And that's why like I've been kind of binging on sweets the past couple days because it's the holidays. Like, we don't need to keep trying to be like, I'm going to eat healthy for the holidays. No,
Nope.
Eat the candy canes, eat the pumpkin pie. It's fine. But starting in January, I'm going to go back to my, you know what my dessert was at night instead of ice cream or whatever? It was non-fat Greek yogurt
I have some in my fridge right now.
with cinnamon. That was, if I was craving something sweet, that's what I told myself. No, you got to eat that. You're going to eat non-fat Greek yogurt. It's just straight protein.
Yep.
And you're going to sprinkle some cinnamon and sometimes some honey in there, and that's what you're going to eat. And that's definitely what helped. I don't really drink a lot of soda. And as far as like alcohol and stuff is concerned, I kind of cut back on a lot of that as well. So, yeah, it's been helping. But yeah, you got to have a good balance. Just like what Gina was saying.
Yep.
It's okay to like binge and stuff. Oh, here you go. This is some of our first topics. What do you think of the cruise lines, Disney Cruises? Because they just premiered Disney Treasure.
It's better than the Wish. Looks better than the Wish.
The Disney Treasure does look really cool.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about doing one though.
So I've thought about this recently, very briefly. They are very expensive. Mm-hmm. They all. You have to chop you have to give them fingers to go on a Disney ship.
Oh yeah, you got to give them like arms and legs.
Yeah, versus Royal Caribbean or Carnival, right? Is actually fairly priced for what you get. I mean, I wouldn't recommend Carnival, but
Carnival seems to always get attacked by pirates or something.
Yeah. But the new Disney ships look great. So the Wish, but I want that Haunted Mansion bar.
Dude, the Haunted Mansion bar was legit.
I want
That
them to
looked
bring
cool.
that to a park.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that got invited on the Treasure for some media stuff, which is really cool, and a lot of people were showing off the Haunted Mansion bar on the ship. And there's a few other bars on the ship too. They have like a Jungle Cruise one. They had I think it was like an Aristocats one as well.
Yep.
But the Haunted Mansion one, I wonder if we can pull that. That was really cool. And yeah, I'm just on the fence because it's like, one, it's a lot of money.
Which one? You're on just Disney.
Pull up Nate's. Pull up Nate's.
Huh?
Paging Mr. Morrow. Because Nate's a great guy. He's really cool. But I checked the prices for just like what was it, like a 7-day or whatever. Dude, it's $15,000.
That's insane.
Oh my God, that's so much money. So it's like there's that
For 7 days.
Yeah. So
Holy.
it's for 2 people. So
Oh,
okay, we can split it, but it's like that's a lot of money.
is that the lowest cabin?
Yeah, that's
That's insane.
yeah, that's a lot of money, and there's some things included, and then like I think he has a segment on here where he's at the Haunted Mansion bar. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm on the fence. I mean, do you guys want to see a Disney Cruise Line video? Because if you do, then I'll definitely put it in the pipeline of things to do. Um, I'm just not in a hurry to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather spend that kind of money going back to Europe, or I really want to go back to Japan. I loved Tokyo Disney.
Oh my gosh. You guys saw see Fantasy Springs?
Yeah, I haven't even seen Fantasy Springs yet. So it's like, could you imagine? Could you imagine taking $15,000 to Japan? That would be insane. You would be,
That's an amazing trip.
oh my God, you'd be able to do
a-
everything
yeah.
because it's really affordable for us to go to Japan right now. So yeah, like I'd rather just do that, or I'd rather go to like Phantasialand or do like a big Europe trip where I rent a car and I would like to go to Phantasialand. I want to go to Plopsaland, Japan. I want to go to Park Asterix. I want to go to Efteling and Tivoli. I want to go to all of them. Tripsdrill, Europa Park. They just opened up Voltron not too long ago, which I heard is super gnarly. The Haunted Pirate says the Haunted Mansion parlor looks awesome. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I've been on 15 cruises, but none with Disney. Yep, I would love to try one. Yeah, see, and a lot of you have done a lot of cruises, which is amazing. I know our friends over at Attractions 360, they just did, what was it, Royal Caribbean. And that looked cool. They have some of the biggest cruise ships in the world now. I think that new one that they have is like
It's
the
massive.
size of a country.
You've done cruising?
No.
Oh,
I've been on my grandparents had a boat and I've been on that, and I've been on a boat in Hawaii and stuff, but I haven't been on like a huge cruise ship. I don't get seasick, so I'm good there. But I'm always afraid that I'm gonna like poop my pants. Like I'm gonna get like food poisoning or something.
so in my experience, I've been on 4 cruises.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which ones?
I've done 2 Carnival ships, 3 Carnival ships, and then a Royal Caribbean ship.
Oh.
That Royal Caribbean ship, we actually, because my dad used to be an animator on Nickelodeon, so I did one of the last Nick cruises, ever. And
Oh, wow.
That was a lot of fun. That was a treat. That's a core memory that still I think about.
And you didn't have any problems with like the food or anything like that?
No, didn't have any problems with the food or anything or the accommodations. But after the fact, after every single cruise I've been on, I've gotten sick. And like,
I wonder if that's just because like you're in a different environment. And,
yeah.
you know.
And at the end of the day, they all floating petri dishes, right? They
Yeah,
all
they're like pretty. Yeah, they're pretty gnarly when you really think about it because everything is there.
yeah. There's a reason why like one of the first industries affected from the pandemic was cruising.
Oh yeah.
Was because they are literal floating petri dishes.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at
but
least with,
I love cruising. I think I have a blast every time I do it.
okay. I mean, at least with Disney, you know the standards there, right? Disney has
Yeah.
really good cruise lines, and I've heard nothing but great things about Disney Cruise
Yeah.
Line. They're one of the only. I think they're the only cruise ship that does fireworks at sea. So
Yes.
they have that. Of course, we have all the characters, and I've heard the food is really good.
Yep.
And as we can see in Nate's video, like they do some really cool parlors and lounges.
Yeah.
I like the fish tank. I don't know if he really shows it too much, but in the fish tank, there's fish swimming in it, but they're like dead fish. That was pretty funny. But
Really show it.
yeah, I'll think about it. I'll look at it. Anthony, thank you so much, by the way, for the super chat. I appreciate that. That helps out tremendously. Ooh, a Muppets thing. That would be kind of cool on a cruise ship. Do they have anything Muppets on any of the Disney cruise
I
lines?
don't believe they do.
Oh, dude, that
They
would
might be at a kids club, but to my knowledge, I don't remember seeing any Muppet stuff. And we can talk about this too. There's so much to talk about, but it's apparent that the company is moving away from the Muppets, even though they're bringing them to Rock and Roller Coaster. Who knows what that's going to be like? But losing Muppet Vision 40 is definitely it's very sad.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Very,
like,
very sad.
don't worry, we're going to talk about some Disney stuff. But as far as some good things that Disney likes to do. We can stop
Yeah.
showing his video, but Disney does the cruise line thing pretty well. And I'm actually surprised Universal hasn't dipped their toe into that. I mean, maybe they will in the future, but like I don't know.
I think if they do it, it would be like the hotels, like how it's a Universal branded hotel run by Lowe's, right?
Okay, yeah.
I think it would be a Universal branded ship run by Royal Caribbean.
Which Disney did that at the beginning.
Yep.
That's
They
how
did that on airlines as well.
Yeah.
There was a brief period where Disney Air was a thing.
Yeah, with cruise ships, they partnered with somebody else, and then eventually Disney's like, no, screw that, we can do this ourselves.
Yeah.
Justin, just imagine, thank you so much for this super chat. Hello from Iowa. Enjoy watching your channel. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying everything that has been put out in the past couple weeks. There's a bunch of videos to come. Especially in 2025, there's so much going on in 2025. I mean, the one big thing being Epic Universe. Someone said the sound is still not the best, and I mean, it sounds okay on our end. I mean, it looks okay over here. A lot of you have no issue with the sound, and it sounds okay on our end over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. Sorry to see you go.
Sorry, guys.
If the audio was not good. Pinham Palmer, thank you so much for the super chat. Look, it's John Smith. Oh, my God. Yeah, that is a reference to a video of Phantasmic in Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida. John Smith didn't make the jump. He's okay, but he was swung around and he didn't make it.
Yeah. Oh no!
Yeah, and so he had to climb down, and they had to stop the show. And it was, oh my God, it was so funny. Okay, yeah. Mark says the audio is great,
Yeah, Mark,
so
yeah.
we're chilling here.
Yeah.
Enthusiast Roundtable, shout out.
Love Mark.
Which, yeah, we're gonna start going to Magic Mountain here soon because they're hopefully gonna start building their new roller coaster, which is confirmed. They are building a roller coaster. We just don't know what kind of roller coaster it is. We all have our thoughts.
2026.
2026 to compete with Universal.
Yep.
I think it's made by Vekoma. That's my hope. I am hoping that it's made by Vekoma. We'll see. But they also work with Intamin, so I don't know. What do you think?
I think anything regarding Six Flags and new projects are currently up in the air.
That is very true because
I think that company is currently in limbo and trying to figure out where they stand.
yeah, they're currently consolidating and trying to do what they can to save some money, which we get it, you know. But it is a bummer that they make some announcements and they're like, okay, we're closing this ride, and you're like, oh man, I would have liked to get back on it a couple more times.
Or get back on it at all.
Yeah, so
Or buy a T-shirt that says "Last Ride on King of Car."
yeah. But here's the thing, right? I'll play a little bit of devil's advocate here. Like, I am totally okay with them taking out rides that are just not the best, you know, and replacing them with things that are way more efficient and things that are like incredible. I will take that over. You know, it sucks that we're losing some of these iconic roller coasters. Like King Ka, that was a bummer. I really tried to get out there. I really did. We both did. We were trying to like get out there.
We were looking at flights, and we were like,
dude.
maybe we can swing this, maybe we can do this, and it just turned out like
It just didn't work.
there was, at the end of the day, it wasn't guaranteed that was going to close, and I think we both had a definite feeling that it was definitely going to close, but that to New York almost is expensive, or New Jersey, or almost if not more expensive than going to Japan.
Yeah, so
When
it's
you
like,
factor in housing, food, all that jazz.
so it's like, do we spend all that money to go out and ride a roller coaster one more time, or do we go back to Japan?
Yeah.
You know, like obviously we'd pick Japan.
Yeah.
Which again, yeah, I would love to go back to Japan. That resort was amazing. That was the best Disney resort I've ever been to.
Speaking on the topic of King of Ka and all that jazz, I saw a comment earlier. What do you think about Top Thrill 2?
Oh,
Is it going to open in 2025?
I think it's going to open in 2025. I think they'll get it open. I feel like they have to at this point, because if they don't, then Cedar Point's reputation is just going to be in the garbage. It's already on. It's already
It's on very thin
ice. And my thoughts on Cedar Point is I love the coasters there. A lot of their roller coasters are completely re-rideable. They're amazing. There's areas of the park that I wish they would change, like the front half of the park. But I am hopeful that they'll get Top Thrill open, and then they're also building another one. They're doing Siren's Curse, I believe it's called.
Yes, the first North America tilt coaster.
Yeah, the Coma Tilt Coaster, which I believe wasn't that originally going to go to Mexico?
So no, it was supposed to. I think it was originally supposed to go to a park in Europe. That park in Europe then had financial problems paying it off. Six Flags then bought that coastal. They were going to put it in Six Flags Mexico. The neighbors said, "You're not going to put it in Six Flags Mexico." So it ended up not going there. It got announced, never ended up actually happening. And then, lo and behold, going to Cedar Point, which I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be great. I don't think it was the right fit for that park. I think Cedar Point. Right, they're building a smaller Valravn next to Valravn. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is.
And I don't like Valravn, to be honest. It was my least favorite out of the dives that I've been on. Honestly, has one of my favorite dives is SeaWorld San Diego. Emperor's really fun. And then at Busch Gardens in Tampa, SheiKra's really good too. Let's see here. Are they making a new movie, Back to the Future 4? I don't know. I'm not really caught up with the Back to the Future stuff.
To my knowledge, they're not.
They're not.
And if they are, they better be careful.
Yeah, but say that is a very popular franchise. Let's see here. Theming aside, do you think Rock and Roller Coaster will be smoother? I know it's been retracked, but still feels rough. I don't think they're going to do anything with the track. And I went on Rock and Roller Coaster just recently, a few weeks ago now, and I thought it was fine. I mean, she's still a little, bumpy in areas, but it's not. It's actually really nice. Rock and Roller Coaster doesn't bother me at all. The Muppets redo is going to be very interesting. I hope that they should just do a Muppets courtyard right there. Why aren't they doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you, if you're going to take the Muppets courtyard away, okay, fine, whatever. But why don't you just rebuild it where Rock and Roller Coaster is with, the redo. Take out, instead of doing the villain show over there to replace the car show, just do another Muppet show. So then you have a Muppet show, you have the Muppets coaster, then you could do a new quick service area or whatever, and then you call it a day. That way you keep the Muppets in the park, you can do the Monsters Incorporated thing, and then everyone's happy. Is everything okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
I was just checking. It's this screen was lagging. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going up through the chat.
Oh,
that's a kitty. Come here.
Oh, hello, kitty cat.
Come here, Mooney.
Rochelle, I do see you. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of hard to get to everybody here. Let me see if I can find what. Kitty cat. Let's see what you said over here. Oh, wow. Let's see. This is another reason why I don't really do live chats too often. It's just it's hard to get to the chat here. Are the Muppets that much of a draw? Never saw it growing up here. I mean, they're clearly a big enough draw for them to keep them in the park.
I would say they are not a draw, but they are capacity.
Yeah.
Right, they are capacity to a park that desperately needs capacity. Mm-hmm. They are a thing for you to do when it's 102 outside and you just got a beer at Tap House across the street. And great, I'm gonna go and see some Muppets. And now we're gonna go to Tap House and then go across the park and ride a roller coaster themed to the Muppets. So I think it's sad that we're losing Muppet Vision, I think it was unfortunately time. I don't think, however, Monsters Inc. was a good fit for that part of the park. I think Animation Courtyard
Ugh, yeah,
could have been a better option, but
yeah, Animation Courtyard, that needs to be demoed.
unfortunately, those are office buildings, and the return on investment on building office buildings is not as appealing as return on investment for building or retheming the roller coaster.
Yeah, I wish Disney would consolidate all that stuff, and just add more to the park. The Hollywood Studios still needs more rides. I mean, all those parks need more rides. We have more rides here at our Disney parks than all of those Disney parks combined, which is crazy. That is crazy to think that Disneyland and California Adventure combined have more attractions and things to do than all of Walt Disney World.
Yep.
That's mind blowing.
Bonkers.
Hey there, I like your Xmas tree. Yeah, Carter did a pretty good job with the Christmas tree this year.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Me and my girlfriend, who
Yeah.
will probably be home in the next couple of minutes.
you got a tram
Very
ornament up there.
I do have a tram ornament. We have Walt. Yeah, I don't think the
Oh
street
yeah,
can
they
see.
can't
We have
really
Walt.
see it, but he's in there.
Um,
You have Elvis down here.
we have Elvis down there. We have a bunch of theme park ornaments. I think they're on the other side though.
Isn't this the train station at Disneyland?
No, that's just a random ornament. Oh, this is from Hershey Park.
Oh, okay.
That's how.
Oh, I still need to go
nerdy
to
am.
Hershey Park.
Yeah, me too.
I
Me
need to
too.
go.
But yeah. So walk around the tree.
Not sure if you mentioned it already, but any thoughts on Springfield at Universal Studios Hollywood and the Simpsons / Disney Parks possibilities? I think Disney will be doing stuff with the Simpsons. They own them now. But they're going to get rid of Springfield. Universal, I think, will be getting rid of Springfield because at the end of the day, Universal doesn't want to do anything Disney, right? They don't want anything Disney in their parks. And yeah, Carter and I think that Springfield is on the chopping block. I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
it is definitely on the chopping block.
Yeah.
I do not see Universal renewing the contract. I do not see Universal dealing with Disney. They're competitors at the end
Unless
of the day.
they can hold it hostage, like they do with Marvel
Yeah,
on the
and
East Coast.
they can just keep making money off of Disney, you know. But like, here's my thought about all that kind of stuff. I want the IPs to go to their respectful owners. You know what I'm saying? Like, Simpsons should just go to Disney because honestly, I feel like it creates confusion with people.
Yeah.
They don't know, like, oh, is this a Disney park or whatever? Like, no, they're two separate things. So I hope Universal just gets rid of them. They can do something else with those spots. And that goes for Florida as well. And I think Florida is the only other spot that has the Simpsons in their parks. It's not in Japan, right? When you were out there, you didn't see any Simpsons stuff, or was it out in Japan?
There was. Oh, hold on. We okay? We all
still
good?
good?
I think my browser was just messing up. There was no Simpsons out in Japan.
Okay, so yeah, it's just
Simpsons is very. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Keep me honest. I believe Simpsons is very focused on. I'm gonna go put her in the other room.
I know she just wants attention.
Simpsons is very American focused.
Yeah.
It is very. I don't believe that the popularity of the Simpsons spans much outside the U.S. I might be wrong on that, but yeah. Speaking of Japan, segue. Now we'll get to some chats.
Oh, yeah.
But let's talk about
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong.
Oh, hold on, we got another super chat. From Orange Grove 55. Thank you so much for the super chat. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror or for Oogie Boogie Bash would be cool. Yeah, that actually would be kind of cool because Oogie Boogie Bash needs
Help.
it needs a lot of help, and it needs something new. There's nothing new at Oogie Boogie Bash, and that's why I haven't gone. Like, I'm not
I've
gonna.
never gone.
Yeah, I have never gone either, and I would wouldn't mind going if they have some substantial changes. It's been the same for years, and then they keep increasing the prices. So it's like, well, yeah, why would I spend more money for something that hasn't changed? And I don't know. So yeah, I mean, that would be kind of cool if they do some Simpsons stuff at Oogie Boogie Bash. What's up, George? Nice to see you in the chat.
I'm gonna do some quick math. 4 times.
Can you break down your workout routine and diet? Well, my diet, yeah, I eat like twice a day. I do a lot of fasting when I'm super hardcore, and then I actually do a 6-day lifting routine, which is a lot. That is not what I recommend everyone do. You can be totally fine with 5 days or even 4, but I like to do a little extra because I'm trying to accelerate the process. So yeah, 6-day lifting routine is what I do, and I'll like double up on some muscle groups on those days, and then I'll do like cardio as well. Like I'll do like cardio like what I did today, where I go on a hike, or I'll just do like treadmills and stuff.
Just go to the gym. My routine right now is just trying to go to the gym. And I think that's if you're trying to lose weight or anything, starting anything with good foundation is first and foremost, and then you can build routine on top of that.
The hardest part is those first few weeks, just getting used to the routine, going, and then after that it starts to get easier.
Yeah. Real quick, we'll answer a couple more questions in chat, I think, and then we'll talk about Donkey Kong. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuji-Q or Nagashima, if you're planning a trip to Japan?
I would like to go to both. I've been wanting to go to Nagashima Spa Land and Fuji-Q Highland for the longest time because they both have really iconic coasters. Nagashima Spa Land's got Steel Dragon, and then Fuji-Q Highland has got Engine Aika.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to go to both. I'd have to go on the trip with you though, because it's like doing that by myself. Like I know how to get to Tokyo Disney. I know how to get to Universal Japan. You just take Shinkansen there, which you did. And the Tokyo Disney was relatively easy to get to from where I was staying. So I could do that by myself, but going to Fuji-Q and Nagashima Spa Land's a little bit more difficult. So I'd want to be with people because I don't know the train routes. But I would like to go to both because I think they both offer something really cool.
Yeah, and I've never been to either, so I can't really tell you one over the other one. I would say if you're planning a trip to Japan, only have time for one, choose whatever is on the route.
Yeah.
Whatever easier to your next destination in Japan, that is what's vital.
Yeah.
Do not go 4 hours out of your way to go to a random theme park.
Exactly.
If you won't continue to go in that direction.
Yeah.
The trick in Japan is you can get there anywhere by train or by bullet train, but it has to be the next step. Like if you're going to walk along the countryside, make sure you walk along the countryside in steps.
I mean, if you only have time for one park, Nagashima Spa Land. Yeah. Nagashima has a bunch of coasters. Yeah. So if you want to knock out coasters, Nagashima Spa Land is going to be your best bet. Yeah. And I feel like that one's easier to get to than Fuji-Q Highland. Yeah. So I would try that one. Because that one I think is near the coast versus Fuji-Q Highlands further up into inland. Yep. So do Nagashima. Yeah. Let's see. I would love to hang out with you at the parks. I mean, hey, you could always say hi. I'm always in the parks. I'm there all the time.
When do you think when and where we'll get Diagon Alley? And the answer is no.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to build Diagon Alley at Universal Studios Hollywood. I think Universal Creative wants to do other things in Hollywood. I know I've been talking about how on KTLA 5 they talked about Universal possibly getting the hotels. So that's a really great move for the property as they kind of still continue to build the property out because we have been seeing some consolidation with the studios and they're moving that stuff to one side and they want to expand the park. So I don't think Universal's going to want to double up on those experiences. I feel like they want just people to go travel to Orlando, especially because of Epic Universe. Mm-hmm. But I think with that said, though, I think Universal Studios Hollywood has some amazing things in the pipeline coming. Like they have to, right?
Yeah.
Look at what they're doing in Orlando. I can only imagine what they have planned for Hollywood. And Hollywood's a very difficult park. Like it's, I get it. It's hard.
And I think the thing they learned with Poddle is they need to build different.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't build different, they need to build it first, right? Because they built Poddle in 2016 when Poddle opened in 2009 at Universal Orlando. And everyone that wanted to see Poddle saw Poddle in Orlando. They went, and that's why that attendance boom happened in Orlando, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I don't think they saw that here. So I think the lesson learned from Poddle was, if we're going to build something, we're going to build something big. We're not going to clone it.
Yeah.
We're going to build something. And that's why you see such a stark contrast between what is in Japan and Epic Universe with Nintendo and what is our Nintendo. Also, we needed it to get it forced in order to avoid that Poddle situation happening again. And also space. We're very limited on space and noise ordinance and what we can't do and what we can do. So
yeah, it's a little bit more complicated in Hollywood, which is it sucks. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but we still have some cool. I mean, they're building Fast and the Furious, which that's going to be a really cool ride. Let's see here.
Bye, Mark. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, bye, Mark. Nice to have you in here for a little bit. Disney Cruise in the future. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'll definitely think about it. We need a show. Yeah, I agree with Pinup Palmer on that. We need another. It's time for another show. I think after the coaster, I think a wise move would be to build another show because we've lost 2 to build that coaster. Well, actually, there's 3 shows down from the park because the park had the stunt show, the Wild West stunt show, Animal Actors, and then special effects show. Yep. We only have Waterworld.
2 versions of special effects, actually.
Yeah, because that went down in the lower lot a long time ago.
Yep. And then Backdraft.
Backdraft, yeah.
Backdraft, we lost about 11 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
There was a lot more stuff guided by. We saw this breakaway. I think the classic like Universal '90s, right? The golden era of Universal Orlando and Hollywood was attractions driven by what Universal was grounded in, and that was tours.
Yeah,
right?
movie magic,
tours. So it was always there was a lot of attractions where you have this guy and he's gonna go on an adventure with you, right? And I think unfortunately that has been lost through the years of capacity and label restraints and all that jazz. But I think hopefully that slowly is coming back, which is good to see.
Yeah, and we know that Universal can do new shows pretty darn good. Born Stuntacular is a great example of that. That's a really good show in Orlando. So, I think after the roller coaster, because here's the thing, like Universal Studios Hollywood needed more attractions. Like the park just didn't have enough rides. And I think with the coaster now, it's like, okay, we got some rides because they just opened up Nintendo. We have Mario Kart in there. Now we have the coaster. Yeah, let's do a show. I think another stunt show would be kind of cool. And Waterworld's amazing. It really is. I love Waterworld, but there needs to be something else.
Universal needs Back to the Future, the musical highlights.
I mean, Back to the Future, anything, I feel like. So many people talk about Back to the Future, and I wonder why Universal's like kind of holding back on anything Back to the Future in their parks. I wonder if they're just thinking a long-term game. They're like, okay, is this going to be relevant, 40 years from now? Or which I get, and Disney does the same thing too. But, yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Universal and new stuff in the parks, Donkey Kong?
Oh, yeah, Donkey Kong. Let's talk about Donkey Kong. And yes, Kristen, I do like riding Berry Tales at Knott's. I just want them to do like a refurb on it. I think the ride needs a little bit of an upgrade.
Like Voyage did.
Yeah, like I think they can just go in and fix a few things. But Carter's going to pull up Donkey Kong that just opened up at Universal Japan, which will be opening up on May 22nd at Epic Universe. Let's see. If any park needs a show badly, it's Islands of Adventure. Yes, I agree. Islands of Adventure needs a show. They've taken down Poseidon's Fury. Yeah, I agree with you. Would you change Knott's Berry Tales to a Peanuts Dark Ride? No, I would actually keep Berry Tales because Berry Tales has some cool history at the park. If anything, I would build a Peanuts Dark Ride somewhere in Camp Snoopy if it can fit. Maybe they can reconfigure something over there and do a Peanuts Dark Ride in Camp Snoopy. I think that would be super cute. Maybe something like Secret Life of Pets would be like, but just Peanuts theme would be amazing.
Want me to pull up a POV? You want to watch it through, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, we can pull it up. I hope it doesn't. I don't think it'll ding me for anything, right?
No, if we react,
Yeah, I think it
should be fine.
Spoilers, by the way.
Yes,
if you don't want to see the Donkey Kong POV, we'll cut it in and out. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I want to show the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
we'll pause it.
they need to bring back Creature from the Black Lagoon rock musical. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I don't think that's ever coming back.
No
but
way.
hey, we're getting Creature from the Black Lagoon in the new Monsters Dark Ride at Epic Universe.
He's beautiful.
Oh my god, the animatronics are amazing.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna be living in that world.
Yep.
Let's see.
USH does have the FanFest nights with Back to the Future. Will bring one of them. Curious to see how they go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting with the FanFest thing. And then really quick, do you think Superman Escape from Krypton will close down? Yeah, it's SB&O. Yep. It's standing but not operating. I think she's done.
She is. She's big done. I think here's and this is the last tangent we'll go on before we talk about Donkey Kong. I think, but the thing is with Six Flags right now is, and what I explain to keep explaining to people is, if they're willing to get rid of Kingda Ka, which is the most marketable roller coaster in the world, nothing is safe. Absolutely nothing is safe. Yeah. They will get rid of the most beloved roller coaster, and they don't care. They're
looking at spreadsheets. You know? They're looking at how much is this thing costing us.
Yep. How much does it cost to operate? How much does it cost to maintain? And if those are, it's super marketable, but we spend $1 million on it every season, keeping it going. At what point does the park go, it's not worth it? And that's what we're seeing. The Coaster Wars, I think the Coaster Wars back in the 90s are finally coming to the end.
Yeah, and they're going to be building roller coasters that are just more efficient and more popular. Like, Superman, it's popular to a degree, but there's also other things in the park at Magic Mountain that are more intense, more thrilling. People are going to do that versus Superman.
Yeah. It's just too. Some of these rides are just too expensive to maintain at the end.
Oh yeah, for sure. And speaking of roller coasters, out here is Donkey Kong. This is like the first thing I really like about the Donkey Kong coaster is it's got like an Omni mover, load and unload.
Yep.
That because we had talked about, like, a lot of us, and including our friend Drew from Parks Bros and a few other coaster nerds, we were talking about, like, dude, what's the capacity going to be like on this thing? Because it's like, once we found out that you were in a minecart like this with only 4 people, we were all like, oh man, this thing's going to have a 14-hour wait. Yep. But it turns out it's got like a 10-second dispatch. This thing is insane.
Its dispatch interval is incredible.
Yeah. Like, people have videos of it, like, going over that water element, and literally the minute one train goes over the water element, 20 seconds comes by. Oh, here comes another one. So, like, they are super efficient with this, which is good. So hopefully the line won't be too crazy when it opens up at Epic Universe. Thankfully, I think with Epic Universe's case, a lot of people will be spread out in the park doing other things. Whereas here at Universal Studios Japan, Donkey Kong was the newest thing. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be obviously bum rushing that. But I love the load and unload being just continuously moving.
Yeah.
What's the cat's name? Mooney.
Mooney. This is Mooney. And Padfoot's in the back. Padfoot's chilling in the back because he was messing with the cords. Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, we're gonna mute that.
Well.
We're gonna mute that music. Shout out to whoever filmed this. I
will post after we're done watching. I'll post the link in the chat. So go give it a like.
Go ahead and pause it really quick. Mm-hmm. I thought this was a launched. Well, it seems to be some sort of launch thing going on there, but it's a chained lift hill. It actually is a chained lift hill.
Yeah, which is insane. With how many they're running, you think it would be magnets or LSM, so they can very fine-tunedly control each movement of the vehicles. But some things, if it ain't broke,
Yeah, I mean,
Don't fix it.
it's total like Wild Mouse. Like that's a Wild Mouse kind of dispatch we're talking about, where it's just cranking this thing out,
Yeah.
and it's a quick lift hill too. It's really fast.
And I'm sure it's an engineering problem, right? Do we do a chain lift or do we do
The LSM.
LSM? And this is already a revolutionary breakthrough ride system with it being a boom and whatever. And if you do LSM, then you run into the risk that it might it might fault a lot because they're all dealt like sensors, and versus a chain, it will just drag that thing up.
And they just need this thing to go.
Yep.
You know, they need to crank these cars out as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Which Crank, isn't that Donkey Kong's little kid name?
You are hitting my mic, missus.
So yeah, you go up the first lift through the barrel, and then you get shot out of the barrel. Now in Japan they have a Mii fog effect, but in Epic Universe that will be water coming off that waterfall. Now this is cool. Donkey Kong
Love
comes,
that.
and then you just take a hard right into that drop.
The
Now,
forces on that.
I wonder what that feels like.
Yeah. Because you have to, the thing is with all of this, and this is what doesn't translate to video. This is what doesn't translate to this, but...
Oh, hello, Scott, by the way. Nice to see you in the chat.
Hi! This is what doesn't translate, is because it's using that boom arm system, right? You are so high up off the track, right? If you think of like Velocicoaster, right? If you think of any other roller coaster that you're seated really high up off the track, this is really high up off the track. So those forces, if the track goes this way, of course, the forces are centered to the rider for maximum comfort and X, Y, and Z, right? But you can't get away from the fact that the forces, like the airtime, might be more intense because you're so high up off the track.
Yeah, this thing actually might have some serious airtime on it, which is funny.
And the same thing goes when it pulls lateral forces, right? When it's
Like right
banking
here.
left or right, like what does that feel like? Because again, you're so high up off the track.
Yeah, it already looks really thrilling. And then this is not the longest roller coaster in the world, but that's okay. It still looks thrilling enough to justify a decent wait. Let's see. Mrs. Scratch, thank you so much for the super chat. It's bedtime over here on the East Coast. Wish I could hang for longer, hanging in there to hear about Donkey Kong. Well, thank you so much for the support towards the channel. I appreciate it. And good night if you've already gone to bed and you're watching this on the replay. Let's see. Pinup Palmer looks fun. Yeah, no, this ride looks legit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to be so cool. Oh, we just changed it. Did the quality get all jacked up? Okay, so this is the first drop, and then we're going to start going into like the first...
That airtime?
Yeah, that might be pretty fun.
Whee!
This is like the first element that it looks like we're jumping over the track there. Then we go into another right turn, and then into this section. Now,
Okay, they blacked this out in the video.
Well, okay, so I've heard multiple things. I've heard that people's camera settings have now, like they've adjusted, and I've also heard that Universal has tinkered with this area of the ride, because for those that don't know, when this first opened, someone got a video and it looked very unfinished in there, and both Carter and I were like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, I wonder if let me try to, I'm going to try to find this real quick.
Hello, kitty cat.
She's just so needing attention right now.
Are you
She's
excited about Donkey Kong 2? Yeah. Your girlfriend is home. But yeah, I think this is going to be
very my neighbors.
Oh, never mind. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very popular ride. But this section, if you don't know what we're talking about, it looked like it was unfinished. You could see the steel skeleton on the ceiling, and it just looked really gnarly up against the cool theming that the ride has. But now it's very dark, because it's supposed to be very dark in there, because there's an element going on where it looks like you're going to smash into Donkey Kong, and then you veer left and right, and then you go down another little thing. So it looks like they've fixed this area, which is great. And I'm sure at Epic Universe, they're going to make sure that is not exposed. I would hope so, because they're still building the attraction and working on it out there in Epic Universe.
It seems like there's a bunch of stuff with Epic that's very different.
Yeah.
Then
You can tell that they're learning from the other installations that are around the world. I mean, even probably with Mario Kart, they've probably learned from Japan and then obviously here in California, and they're like, okay, what can we do to make this maybe more efficient in Orlando? Um, let's see.
okay, this shows
Hello,
a
Eric. Nice to
little
see ya.
battle.
Let's see here. The fake track looks better than I thought it would. Yeah, no, it all looks really good. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I thought it was going to be cool, but now that we kind of see these POVs happen, it looks really cool.
So this shows it just a bit better.
Keep going.
So that is a themed roof.
Yeah, so it must have been some sort of weird lighting thing then. Yeah, because
we can't see it on the TV right now, but we can kind of see it on the stream, and they'll see it on the stream too. But you can definitely see those cross beams on the top. So depending on how, like camera settings, low light,
yeah,
right? No, don't judge it by POV, right? That's what we're getting at. But
yeah, because I mean, we all watched POVs of Rise of the Resistance, and then we went on the thing. We're like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. Speaking of themed tunnels, I need to know what's inside that initial tunnel at Stardust Racers going opening day, and it can't come soon enough. Yeah, that is a good question. I am wondering what's going on in Stardust Racers entry tunnel. Probably some cool stuff. We know there's fog, right? BioReconstruct on Twitter's got some really cool aerials, and we've seen fog coming out of that tunnel. So we know there's some sort of atmospheric effect going on in there. As far as anything else, I have no idea.
It's a big mystery until we ride it. Until the POVs come out.
Let's continue with Donkey Kong Minecart Madness. So you go through this area. There's some show elements in here.
Whee!
And then...
and it seems like you're jumping tracks.
Yeah, hit the brakes. And then we prepare to go to the next lift hill. Will Disney have a new ride system for the Villains Land in Magic Kingdom? Maybe. It looks like there's also a roller coaster going into to Villains Land, so let's keep our fingers crossed that they go through with that. And I just hope that they finish Villains Land quickly. Okay, here we go to the end of the second big drop. Boom, there's an animatronic there. And then we get ready to do the water element, which looks really cool from the ground. And it looks like we're gonna skate over the water right there. That's I think that's gonna be cool looking.
And the thing is, like again, like this is on camera. This doesn't look great on camera.
On camera, it looks a little bit,
but like
gnarly.
the videos that we've seen off ride, right? And who knows what it actually looks on ride?
Yeah.
But it looks so cool.
It looks really cool.
It looks so cool.
And then after this element, the ride goes into one final show scene, which we can leave a secret.
Also, this guy...
That's going to be the waterfall.
That's going to be a waterfall at Epic Universe.
Yeah. But this is the end of the ride. So the ride is very short.
Do you want to not show the end?
I don't want to show the end.
Okay.
I want to keep that a surprise for some people that don't know. Yeah, if you couldn't already tell, Carter and I like to spoil things for ourselves. Because here's the thing, like when you go on it, it's so different. It's just so different. Yeah, you can exit out right here.
Yeah, they aren't seeing this.
Oh, okay. I mean, we could see it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I already know what happens, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be a smash hit. That's the thing with Epic Universe. The entire park is going to be a smash hit. I don't see Epic Universe having any issue whatsoever. Especially with Donkey Kong. Like, Donkey Kong Country is cool. It looks so darn cool. I wonder if see if you can find a video ground level of that
just
water.
Just walking around?
Or to walk around, or just that water element. Donkey Kong ride reminds me of the Matterhorn bobsleds and Mummy ride. Yeah, it's kind of like a cool little combination of both. I mean, maybe just I guess maybe there's just a walkthrough, maybe. Is Knott's Berry Farm busy the 1st of February? Should we go on Monday or Tuesday? I would go on a Tuesday if you can. Mondays, a lot of people go on Mondays thinking that the park is going to be slow. It actually ends up being really busy. So if you go on a Tuesday, go on a Tuesday. Just know that some of the entertainment might not be there on a Tuesday. But if you're okay with that, and you just go on a bunch of rides, yeah, Tuesdays are good. Let's see. can't wait for them to test the waterfall for Donkey Kong at Epic Universe. Yeah, that's going to be really, really cool. I would like to ride this when it opens. Yes, same. I can't wait to do it in Epic Universe. Is there room for future expansion for Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood? I'm sure Universal has thought about that. It might be a little bit more difficult in Hollywood. They'd have to get rid of those sound stages that are behind Super Nintendo World right now, which I believe are on the chopping block because they've been there for a long time, but there's really no indication of Universal working in that area right now. I think they're going to work in other areas of the lot. And
so cool.
Yeah, they definitely want to finish up with the coaster and stuff. But yeah, we could see an expansion to Nintendo in the future. It's a huge moneymaker. When they opened up Nintendo at Universal Studios Hollywood, their attendance shot through the roof, like tremendously. So we know Nintendo it works, right? And I mean, clearly here in Japan, I mean, look at that. It looks so darn cool. Yeah, the ride is short and everything, but that right there is like, that is going to be a hit. That is going to be such a hit.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of thing that Disney needs to be worried about, is not necessarily the theming aspect. Disney can accomplish this. It's the IP. That is a very difficult IP to compete with. It really is.
Like Potter was.
Oh, yeah. And Epic Universe is going to have all of this at opening. And then look at the kinetics, too. There's just like, there's a lot happening.
You walk in, right?
And
you walk in
the
immediately to the land, right? And the first thing that you see is these guys.
Yeah, you see that.
Right? And that to me is like big entrance statement. Then you walk a little bit up. And this is what Universal has been doing so well lately, right? If you look at Volcano Bay, the first time I ever went to Volcano Bay, you took me.
Yeah.
We made that. You do that S curve, right? And you turn the corner and you see the volcano for the first time. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah, you were gobsmacked.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. And then same with Potter, right? The first time you ever go into Potter, it's like, oh my gosh. And then that's gonna happen a lot at Epic Universe, and Universal does it again with Donkey Kong, right? And same with Super Nintendo World, both in Japan and here in Hollywood. It is. You walk into those lands, it's like...
It's impressive. It really is.
Very impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Yeah, we got the smaller version of Nintendo, but when you walk into Nintendo, it's very cute. It's well done. And I think it's smart. It was smart of them to try to hide that building in the back, the big tower, the Comcast building. It's difficult, but they really tried their best, and you got to applaud Universal for doing that. But that's not to say Disney can't do this either. Disney does amazing things. Like, I love some of Disney's new lands. Like Galaxy's Edge is a beautiful land. I just wish there was more movement going on in Galaxy's Edge. It needs to be more lived in, right? There's not a lot of that. And I have high hopes for the Villains Land too. The Villains Land, could be insane, right? Like the Villains Land can be top tier, incredible, and I hope it is. I really hope the Villains Land is, but they're having to compete with this, and Epic Universe has this, and Dark Universe, and Potter, and How to Train Your Dragon, and Universal's not letting go of the pedal after it opens.
Nope. And the thing is, I've seen the latest and greatest from Disney, right? I've seen Fantasy Springs.
Fantasy Springs, yeah.
And I walked into Fantasy Springs. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's at Tokyo Disney Sea. It's very, very mind-blowing, right? It's already added to an amazing park, right? But the thing is with Fantasy Springs, right? It's very gorgeous. It's very picturesque. But the more I thought about Fantasy Springs, right, is compared to the rest of Tokyo Disney Sea, Fantasy Springs in itself is very flat. Tokyo Disney Sea is very multi-leveled. Fantasy Springs is very you got this amazing backdrop, and then the rest of the land is very flat, right?
Yeah.
You have Tangled on one side, Peter Pan on one side, and then come up a little more, and you have Arendelle. Other than that, if you compare it to Mysterious Island, well, Mysterious Island, you're standing there and there's multi-leveled. There's people everywhere. There's a drop thing. It kind of reminds you of this, right?
Yeah.
Where it's there's a coaster in the background. there's a lot of things happening, but Fantasy Springs is very flat, right?
Yeah.
But I also left. I was like, if Fantasy Springs is, if they can do this and they make it kind of a dark version, and that's what Villains is, then we're cooking.
I think Villains is going to be very tall.
Yes.
Like I think Villains is going to be
Yes.
very, very tall. So, oh yeah, and Luigi's Mansion as a possible expansion to all this. Yeah, I mean they could definitely do that at Epic Universe. They have the space.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Villains is going to be. I think Villains is going to be very tall in scale.
Yeah.
Dom, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Helps out tremendously. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Oh, that's fun.
What land would you like to see Universal and Disney? Or what land would you like to see at Universal and Disney they've never added before? At Universal, I would like to see. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot they can do. I feel like with the new Wicked movie out, they can definitely do something with Wicked and on the land of Oz. You know, they have the rights to all that stuff. That would be kind of cool. I believe they have the theme park rights to the Lord of the Rings. I'm not entirely sure. I think that was just like a rumor or whatever.
Yet with
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
So allegedly they do. That would be amazing if they can do Lord of the
I think the
Rings.
Lord of the Rings thing right now is how it was with Poddle back in the early 2000s, where Disney and Uni are like fighting for the rights.
Yeah.
We'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be cool for Universal. At Disney, yeah. I mean, the Villains Land, they gotta knock that out of the park. If I don't know, like I see it like on Disney's side, I would just like Disney to expand on what they have. I think that's like the biggest thing. I think they just need to expand on what they already have because there's so much they can add to what they already have. Like Galaxy's Edge needs something else. Like we need another ride at Galaxy's Edge, whether that be a roller coaster or another whatever.
We just need movement.
Yeah, there needs to be movement. There needs to be shows or characters.
Completely stagnant on what the original and they designed Galaxy's Edge around the idea of it moving, of entertainment. They designed Galaxy's Edge around it being a world that has been lived in and is currently being lived in, and the Galaxy's Edge that we currently have now is dead. Yeah. And it does not, that vision does not exist, and it never existed.
Yeah, it's beautiful, it's pretty, but yeah, there just needs to be more. And then like, okay, here's something that I've been wanting them to do. What's that yellow bar?
How's the stream, everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten any.
We're doing good.
I think we're okay.
I think we are okay.
You know, with the Pandora thing, they've confirmed that Pandora is coming to California Adventure because that makes sense. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be cool. But why didn't they expand Pandora at Animal Kingdom? Like, why was that not the decision? I would have liked for them to do that because they have the blessing of space out there. So expand Animal Kingdom and build on Avatar. It's one of the most popular areas of the park, and it can use another attraction. Build another one. So I would like to see Disney do stuff like that. I don't think they need to build new lands right away. But the Villains Land is one that I am very, very excited for.
That's a view.
Yeah, the sightline issue in Japan is definitely... Yeah, the sightlines are
Oh my
crazy.
Goodness.
I hope that, you see the castle.
Oh my goodness.
It's like when you're at Waterworld at our park and you can see the giant castle. I hope they walk over to the water element. You can switch it back to us.
Yeah.
But let's see. They have so many films and Avatar left, they got a lot of time to add Pandora. Yeah, true. But knowing Disney, I don't feel like they're going to add to Pandora and Animal Kingdom. I think they're just going to leave it the way it is. I hate Pandora as Peanut Palmer. Yeah, Sarah doesn't like Pandora. I like Pandora. I like the look of all of Animal Kingdom. I really do. I wish they would just add a thrilling attraction to Pandora.
Yep.
Like there needs to be some sort of roller coaster or something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's the water element here's the Donkey Kong water element. Look at this. It looks so cool. Here comes the car around the corner.
Whee!
And then there's a little, that is so cool. That's awesome. But look at how quick another one comes in. Within just a few seconds,
Whoa.
there it is.
Yep.
That is really great operations. So that's going to help out tremendously, hopefully, at least with capacity. But that's a cool effect.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really well done.
At night, it looks incredible.
Oh, yeah. The nighttime lighting package on this thing is great.
Yeah.
Let me get the little Pikmin over there hiding out.
Cute. And just to think like this whole element probably at Epic Universe will be connected.
Disney could do something with Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, they can do a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Hello.
Pull the level, Kronk.
Yeah, like come on.
There was so many great ideas that Disney can do. It took how many years to get that door coaster?
Oh my God. Well, they've been working on that concept art, by the way. It's really old.
Yeah.
It's like really old. So that was a shelved idea.
Yeah. We don't even know if that's the current ride system.
No.
Who knows?
Yeah. Knowing Disney, who knows? It's not going to open up
They
for
gave
another
us
40
two
years.
different pieces of concept art into two completely different locations when they showed it to us at D23.
Yeah.
And then imagination, woo!
Yeah.
Apparently it's going in Muppet Vision.
Yeah.
Yay!
You know, besides the Villains Land, I'm really excited for coming to Disney here in the next, few months now. The Walt Disney Show.
Yes.
I think that's going to be really cool. We can find the concept art of that.
Yes.
To segue to a different theme park, I think the Walt Disney Show, which I forgot the name of the show, Walt Disney Show.
A Magical Life. Walt Disney A
Magical Life. I think that's going to be really cool. I don't think there's going to be a dry eye in that theater. And apparently it's Disney's most innovative and advanced animatronic ever. And apparently the family's kind of approved on it. Excuse me. But here is what it's a revolving show, so they'll still have great moments with Mr. Lincoln, but then it'll turn around and then, oh, okay. And then they'll have the Walt version of that show. Yeah, Villains Land won't open up until 2040. Yeah, it's going to be a while. There's
This is the
concept art right here. Can you able to zoom in on it or no?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry about the resolution, everyone. But
Yeah, the resolution's a little whatever, but you get the idea. It's going to be him at his desk, and it looks like we're looking out into the studio, and he has his plans for Disneyland there. So I think this is going to be really cool.
Yep.
I think this is going to be that was like one of our favorite announcements at the D23 debacle.
yeah.
And here's the thing, because like I still get this comment all the time, like, you just hate on Disney, you just bash them all the time. I do not care for Disney's leadership, okay? Yeah. I do not care for that. I like the parks. The parks are fun. And yeah, I criticize things in the parks, but I do the same to Universal, I do the same to Knott's, Six Flags, SeaWorld, all of them. Disney's just a popular thing to talk about, so that's why I always like, talking about them. I don't hate going to Disney. I had a great time at Walt Disney World a few weeks ago, and I had a blast in Tokyo. I've had a blast in Paris, and I love going to my home park, which is Disneyland. So like, it's not about always bashing because I'm just trying to bash things. Like, no, there's some really cool things, and this is definitely one of them. This is a cool addition to the park, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's going to be really good.
I think it's going to be great. So for people unaware, there is a turntable underneath Walt, and this show will get rotated out every day, weekly. Was it weekly?
Yeah.
Between Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln and Walt Disney.
Oh no, I think it's daily. I think they're going to do this every day.
Daily?
Yeah.
So That's good. It will be the Walt Disney Show for a good long while, probably the entire run of the 70th, which I think is the right move, the right thing to do. What do you think they're gonna do? What's gonna be the wow moment, right? Because Lincoln, it shares a theater with Lincoln, right? Lincoln was the first animatronic. Shout out to Defunctland for that awesome hour and a half first port video on animatronics. I'm a huge animatronic nerd.
I haven't seen his video on that, but
really good.
I've heard it's really good. Yeah, he's got some really cool stuff.
But if they made Lincoln stand,
Yeah, that was the big wow moment for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, was him standing up. Well, Walt Disney, he's just going to dart towards the... he just like jumps into the crowd. That would be kind of cool. No, I think Walt Disney's going to do... he's going to stand up, I think. I think he'll be... I think he's going to be looking at the plants or something, and he'll turn around and address the audience, and then he'll do...
I think he'll walk.
Yeah, he might have him on some sort of platform on the ground there so he can walk. That would be kind of cool.
I think one of one of the iconic moments.
Walt is gonna break dance. Yeah.
One of the iconic moments in the Walt Disney movies, the archives, is him showing the plans for the Florida Project, right? And he has this big lawn stick, right? And he's like, "Look at this." If they do something like that, where he gets up, he walks across the stage, and then he picks up a stick and points to Disneyland.
That's gonna be cool. And we know that Disney has been toying around with the picking things up before, because guess who else does that? Mr. Potato Head at Toy Story Mania. He used to, I don't know if he does it much anymore.
He doesn't do it anymore.
But he used to take his ear out, do his little thing, and he'd put his ear back in. And sometimes it'd be funny because he'd drop his ear and it would be an immediate show stop. Yeah. He would be like, "I'm done." But I think maybe Disney perfected that. And that's actually a good idea, that they could do that as a possibility.
If Lincoln stood, Walt will walk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
The Haunted Pirate says that they should do a Raleigh Crump Museum in a gift shop. So that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really, really cool. Or like an Imagineering gift shop in Disneyland on Main Street. I would love that.
Let's see. He's gonna have a smoke. Yeah, he could have a smoke. But yeah, I think this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be really good. And a great little addition to Disneyland. They just need to do something to Tomorrowland already. Now that they've done this, let's work on Tomorrowland, dang it.
Tomorrowland and then Fantasyland, hopefully.
Oh, Mystery Lodge. Okay, yeah, that... I would love to see Mystery Lodge come back to Knott's Berry Farm. That was a really good show.
Yeah. I never saw it.
I was able to see it a few times, and there was a part that scared me in it, but I would like to see Mystery Lodge make a comeback to... Knott's Berry Farm. I think Knott's Berry Farm could benefit off of that. Let's see here. Again, sorry guys that I keep going back to the chat. I just want to make sure I get to some of your questions and stuff. Sent you a super chat, but just got back from the East Coast from Orange County, California. Was out there for a month to get all the parks, rode multiple times. Hope to see you next time. Love watching. Well, I'm glad you had an amazing trip. That's awesome. Out here for a month. That's like what I like doing in Florida. And I think that's what the plan is for when Epic Universe is going to open up. Yeah, I definitely want to stay out in Florida for a long time. So yeah, I'm glad that you had a great trip out here to California and enjoyed all the parks. Let's see.
Talk about the next thing?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this garbage.
Okay, folks. Put in the chat. What do you think?
What do you think? What do you think we're going to talk about?
Oh, we pulled it up already. What do you guys think? We go from good Disney now to mediocre.
Now I'm going to give you guys a little hint. Now the interior of this is neat, but there are some questionable things in the interior that I'm like, oh, Disney, come on. But the outside of this thing is pretty gnarly. I think I know why they designed it the way they did, but what do you think we're going to talk about?
In the meantime.
Pinette Palmer, thanks so much for the super chat, and also asked a really good question. Top three rides according to you both. Now, also remember, try to figure out what we're going to be talking about next. That is kind of garbage. Top three rides. For me, I think Rise of the Resistance is up there. It's one of the best. I think it's still one of the best dark rides. It's not the most thrilling thing in the world, but it just scale. That is just impressive. It really is. Rise of the Resistance. Matterhorn is my ultimate fave roller coaster. I know it's horrible to say that because it just beats the heck out of you, but I love it. It's a childhood thing too. And then I really love. That's a hard question because there's just so many rides. But I'm gonna have to say Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
Solid. What about you, Carter?
Hagrid's.
Hagrid's is good.
Hagrid's is great. Rise.
Rise, yep.
Number 2. And then coming in number 1. Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey.
Oh, yeah, Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. That's really fun.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
Besides the screens in the middle, it is incredible.
Didn't you call me or something after you got off that thing? You're like, dude, this thing...
No, I called you after. Journey to the Sunny Isle.
Okay, yeah.
Because I cried on Journey to the Sunny Isle.
Yeah, I wanted to know his reaction on Journey because Journey is an amazing ride too.
But I think I also called you after.
Yeah, he's like, dude, that Frozen ride is amazing.
That Frozen ride, like it takes Frozen Ever After at Epcot and Hong Kong Disneyland to be filmed, and just craps all over it.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Completely, like it's just mind blowing.
Yeah,
it's completely mind. It's like, oh, you guys got it. That's cool. You guys just like blew every expectation out of the water for what a book report kind of ride can be, and that's the standard, right, for Disney going forward. Yeah,
from what I've seen in pictures and video, the Frozen ride looks incredible. I can't. We need to go back to Tokyo. I need to go back so bad. I'm telling you, that was my favorite Disney property. I had so much fun there. I loved Paris. Everyone's getting it right too. A lot of people in the chat are getting it right. You guys are getting it right for the next topic.
That's so funny.
But no, I loved Tokyo. I sound like a broken record with a lot of like our friends and stuff that I keep saying like, dude, go to Tokyo because that experience was. It felt like I was a little kid again at Disney, and it was just pristine, and everyone that was working there was just. I mean, it was incredible, and the rides were amazing. The food was great. The entertainment was insane. Like, seeing the fuzzy characters like Mickey and Minnie and all the other characters, like it was just like they were real,
Yep.
And then Journey to the Center of the Earth. Oh my God,
incredible.
That whole park. I cried. That was an emotional wreck. That day was so emotional. My first day at Disney Sea, and I'm sure with you too. Like I was exhausted by the end of it because I was like, like my eyes were all crusty and everything because it was just so gorgeous.
Pouring the entire day.
And for you, it was raining, but it was still beautiful. I'm sure that added a whole other element. It's like going to Animal Kingdom in the rain. Like
I felt bad for all my friends I was with because I was like, I was hyping up the park so much. Like, oh, this is so good. And we were just standing outside waiting to get in with umbrellas, and the wind is like blowing the umbrellas up. And we're like, it's going to be good, guys. And we finally get in the park. We walk in, and my friend, I would never forget his reaction. And he looks at Mount Prometheus, and he goes, that's a volcano. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's a slow ramp up. And then we turned the corner. We went straight to Tower. And I was like, and then once we got on Tower, I was like, oh, it's very gentle. But it's the ride experience comparatively to like Guardians and the creme de la creme Tower in America. It's still very good.
Yeah.
And that whole park is still very good. But definitely after that first day, we realized, they need more capacity. They need more rides. And Fantasy Springs fits that void really well. It
was just such a beautiful resort. Disney Sea. I was bummed that you guys didn't go on Sinbad, because it was closed for refurb when they were out there.
I missed Sinbad and Pooh.
Oh yeah, Pooh was. That was the first when Michael and I went on Pooh. I started crying in the Heffalumps and Woozles room because it was just insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is this? Why don't we have this in America? And it was just beautiful. It really was. And Disney Sea is like I said in the video, and for those that haven't watched it, I suggest watching that video because it's a lot of fun. But I said that Disney Sea was not a theme park, but a showcase of like fine art.
Yeah.
And there just so happens to be rides. You know, it is. It was just a beautiful experience. But anyways, let's talk about our garbage talk here.
Yeah. So you guys were mainly all right.
Yeah, everyone
we
kind
are
of guessed it right.
talking about
that thing. The Haunted Mansion barn.
Yep. I think someone's. I'm gonna scroll up because it's so funny. It was so funny. Some people said Tiana's. Yeah, Haunted Mansion ball from Lowe's.
Let me get to a few comments really quick. We need to get rid of Matterhorn and Autopia. No, Matterhorn's going to stay there forever.
Autopia?
Yeah, Autopia can go, which I believe it's on the chopping block. Is there any news of what's being done with the Fantasyland Theater? It's so sporadically used. I hope they tear that thing down too because it's just an empty space of nothing. As far as I know, I don't know anything about Fantasyland Theater. It's used as a flex space for all we know.
As of now,
because I'm an emotional whirlwind. Yeah. Hey, I was an emotional whirlwind at Disney Sea. Let's see.
I mean, the thing is with Fantasyland Theater, trying to gather my thought real quick. The thing is with Fantasyland Theater is if they plan to put something in that spot, they're not going to invest large sums of capital to put a show.
Yeah.
Hence why it's a flex space. This is the same reason and the same overall argument that we're seeing currently with the Hyperion.
Yeah.
Right? So these two large plots of land that are both at both ends of the resort are kind of in limbo right now because I think they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with them going forward. They don't even know if they're going to put a show in there or if that plot's going to be future development.
Yeah, and they're not going to waste the money hiring a cast, training, and that takes a lot of money. And I think, honestly, speaking of Hyperion, I think Hyperion's on its way out because of Pandora. That's apparently where people are thinking Pandora's going to go. We'll find out eventually.
Which is insane, if that's true.
But going back to the Haunted Mansion barn, so this is the newest gift shop. It's the Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond. Now, I am not opposed to a gift shop being outside of the Haunted Mansion. I think it's a cool idea. And yeah, at the end of the day, these places are businesses. They got to make money.
I loved the concept art.
Yeah. What I don't care for is the scale is pretty crazy.
Yep.
But I think the scale is there because of Tiana's. I think they want Tiana's to look like a hill and not a mountain because there aren't any mountains in Louisiana. As much as people want to try to convince you, I've been to Louisiana. Friend Sarah, we've been to Louisiana. We didn't see a mountain. And so I think Disney tried to figure out a way to, okay, how do we make this not look as in your face? So I get that. But one of my biggest pet peeves is I wish it was just painted white like the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it's a go-away green.
Yeah, why did they choose the green for the trim? Or not the trim, but the shiplap. They did green there and then white on the trim.
That's what they had in the back, Dylan.
Yeah, they just like picked up and the maintenance guy's like, "No, this is good. We got some green here. Finished up with the Tiana thing. So do you guys want to put this green all over this thing? Yeah, let's do that." So it's like, no, they should have just
and it's so clean.
It's way too clean.
Which the mansion is really clean, right?
Sure.
And that's the stark contrast that the other mansions around the world has compared to the Disneyland one is the other mansions around the world feel run down. They feel like a haunted mansion, and ours it's clean until you go in it.
But here's the color thing though. So the mansion looks clean, but it also doesn't look pristine because it has that off-white color, that eggshell kind of color, which is what they did on the trim. I would have just done the barn in that white, that off-white, and then done the trim in the green. So then it looks like something that would be connected to the mansion.
Yep.
Um,
Also, the original concept art had 2 doors
yeah.
on the front exterior, not 1 door, and I think
Yeah.
that helped a lot.
The other
With
thing,
the scale wise,
Yeah.
because you have this super tiny door, you have this giant window up above, right, and the scale. When you have Mansion over here and Tiana's over here, the scale is wrong. You walk up to it and you're like, what the heck is going on?
It's huge. It really is. But I think the color also makes it very in your face. So I wonder if we can like take that image and like swap the colors. Can you like? I mean, I'm sure that'll take a lot of work, so I don't want you to do that. But oh, here he goes. But like, I would want to see what it looked like with the white versus the green. Also, another thing that kind of like is weird about the building are the lamps, the lighting. The lighting's really big, but have you seen it at night? It's like
It's bright.
bright.
I haven't been since they opened it. Have you?
I haven't been since they opened it either, no, because we've been blocked out.
I'm curious. Do we know if they toned down?
I would hope so, because oh my god, walking by that thing at night, it's like, like in Coneheads when he lights the firework and he puts the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
That's literally like that is more bright than my tan. Like I am very pale, but like that is at night, it's like a beacon. And you're like, dude, you need to turn the lights down, because the mansion lights are not that bright. So why is that really bright? It should be dim in that area. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they did that. Let's see. Do we really need a Haunted Mansion gift shop? At the end of the day, no. But Disney, they want to try to make as much money as they can per square footage. That's the thing, is they want to fill as much as they can. Yeah, see if you can take that color and throw it on that green.
I don't remember how to do this.
Gift shop seems to match the theming of the queue versus the actual mansion. Yeah, I would. Yeah, maybe. I love the queue, by the way. You've seen the queue, right? The new queue.
No.
I think it's great.
I'm waiting to walk through it.
I love the new queue.
Yeah.
I think it's really the new queue is really well done. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they fumbled on that. It's weird. They did a great job with the queue, and then they fumbled on the gift shop. And then the signage, strange. Whoever did the signage for the gift shop too must have done the signage for Tiana's, because it's way too like clean. This is all supposed to be like 1900s, old school, and the signage is just way too new. Tiana's is supposed to be set in the 1930s, and they have this like really crazy like modern looking signage, and I wish it would have just been carved stuff. But yeah, the queue is great. The gift shop, I don't know. And then inside the gift shop, apparently people have been discovering that Disney...
There's AI artwork.
Yeah, Disney has used AI artwork in there, and they also bought stuff off of Amazon. When they went on Wish.com or whatever, they ordered some cheap stuff, which is crazy. And, some people might be saying, oh, well, that's not, whatever. Why is that such a bad thing that you got to order stuff online? Well, because when you look at, say, like a park like Animal Kingdom, the Imagineers traveled around the world and they grabbed artifacts and stuff and artwork and all this kind of stuff from these different countries to throw into the park. And that stuff is still there today. And that's what makes Animal Kingdom this very unique experience. With the Haunted Mansion thing, it's like, yeah, they should have traveled to New Orleans and got things to put inside the gift shop, or at least made stuff that was super authentic, not just buy it off of Amazon, and have Jeff Bezos hand deliver it to Bob Iger. It should have been a lot more intricate when it came to that kind of stuff. So it's a bummer that they decided to do that. Carter right now is trying to take the color.
It's going to be
It's going to be rough, but at least we'll get an idea of what it might look like.
These people are going to be in my color.
They got to utilize the Prime membership benefits straight up. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
That's
It's
insane coming from Disney.
Yeah.
Again, like go to Animal Kingdom and go into like Tiffin's or Nomad Lounge or even like walk around Asia, right? Those things in those lands, in those areas of the park are authentic. They're from those places.
Do you think it was WDI?
I don't know.
Because I don't think it was.
It could have been a third party.
I want to have faith that this was not WDI, that this was some retail budget that they had to spend or they were going to lose.
Yeah.
And they chose, well, we have Tiana's opening up, so let's put a Haunted Mansion gift shop right here. And it was done on super limited budget.
Yeah, they did it for like a nickel.
Yeah, and that explains the AI artwork, that explains the off-the-shelf stuff.
But it's like, why result to that? Like really, these are multi-billion-dollar companies. Can we stop like pretending these places make $1.50 a day? Like, come on.
Here we go.
Because the line is great. They did a great job on the queue. They should have had the same team do the gift shop.
Okay, I'm going to take this.
And I saw Kim Irvine over there. Kim Irvine's on. She's in Imagineering. Her mom is Madame Leota, and okay, there you go. You can kind of change the color, but
color.
Kim Irvine was like looking at it, and I'm like, really, Kim? Like, do you like this? This is a gift shop named after your mother.
Yeah.
There's
no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think she digs it, and it's too late now. I mean, things already built.
Okay, so let's go to apologies, folks, for this sloppy Photoshop job. But
hold on, AW says found you from your appearance on For Your Amusement podcast. You have great theme park commentary. Oh well, thank you, I appreciate it. And yeah, it's always fun hanging out with Carter because he is a theme park nerd like myself. And thank you so much for the super chat. It helps out tremendously. I use all the super chat stuff, goes right back in the channel, and it helps fund new videos and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah, and everyone liked the live stream. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, you just got to hit that. Which, by the way, like do that on all the videos too. If you enjoy the videos, just smash the thumbs up buttons on them because YouTube loves that stuff, including myself. So yeah, please let me know if you like the video by just hitting that button. It makes the biggest difference. Like people always say, oh, how do I help you? Or how do I do this? Watch the video, one, first and foremost, and two, the like button. Like that is massive. That is massive on YouTube. Jason, thank you so much for the super chat. Again, helps out the channel tremendously. I think the Imagineers aren't good yet. They're still learning. The legacy Imagineers have left the company. I think, well, here's the thing. Like, I think that is true with some people. I think they're still trying to learn the legacy stuff. And I think everyone's really talented, right? But I think what's holding them back are some of the executives because they give 100%. Them these like awful budgets of nothing. And it's like, no, just have them design something and then have them come up with a number, like how much is this going to cost? And then you can go from there, right? Like, okay, maybe we can kind of push down the budget a little bit. Maybe we can cut corners here, but not too many corners. I think that's what the problem is. I think it's the people that write the check that are the ones holding back the Imagineers. I do also believe, though, just like I said, there are some problems in Imagineering where it comes to them not understanding the legacy Imagineers. Like, Joe Rohde went back to the company to teach these people, like, no, this is what you have to do. This is what Animal Kingdom's about. This is what Epcot's about, Yeah. Tony Baxter. Tony Baxter was originally on the Tiana's project, and then apparently he bailed out because of probably some clashing there. And it's like, that's, I think, the biggest problem is just the executives not letting the Imagineers play and figure things out.
Yeah. I think, going back to like Tokyo, right? It's like they're willing to spare on no expense.
Yeah, Tokyo is not owned by Disney, and they have unlimited budget.
Yep, and you can really tell the quality difference. You can tell that they care. Mm-hmm. And not to say that Disney themselves don't care, but when we get things like the Epcot overhaul and Communico Hall, it makes you wonder, what's happening?
And I've seen all that stuff in person. You haven't seen
I haven't seen
the
that
Irvine Spectrum office campus yet. And that's what it looks like. It looks like something you'd see in Irvine, which, hey, I love the modern contemporary design, right? It looks beautiful in its own right, respectively. But it's just not something for Epcot. That's just, someone posted like some AI artwork of what Epcot should have looked like or something. And it was like, it had this beautiful waterway by Spaceship Earth and everything. I was like, oh my God, that would have been incredible. That would have been great. Should we show everyone the color of this thing?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like in blue. Carter has blue on this thing.
Let me switch. So this is blue.
Yeah.
And this is, again, folks, this is very rough. This is just to give you an idea of what it could look like. But let's go ahead and play with the colors a bit, just to give you an idea.
Sarah has discovered the sticker emoji things.
Oh,
yeah, there's always like new things on the chat.
Pink poop.
Pink poop, yeah. There you go. Have fun with the stickers and stuff. I have no idea. Again, it's so rare that I go live. But yeah, this is what blue looks like. So can you change it to white?
Sure.
Or like whatever that color is. What, is that the new color? I can't.
That's white.
Oh, Jesus, why does it look like it's still kind of green?
It's probably showing through on the back end. Oh wait, I know why.
Okay, that's like.
Wait. Oh wait, hold on. Normal. Gotta really test my Photoshop skills, folks.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it would look better with the white, and then the green would be on the trim. And maybe they played around. Here's the thing: they probably played around with that, right? Who knows? I'm not an Imagineer. They could have went back and forth.
That one's fun.
Oh, there you go.
I think that would look even better.
Yeah, right. But it just, I don't know. And I think maybe they needed to put some plants in front of it to break it up a little bit. I'm not saying like they need to redo the hardscape, but like they could have gone in and maybe they will. I don't know. It's I feel like it's still a work in progress, but they could put some like potted plants in front of it, something.
Because they have the thing is like it looks
some stonework. Yeah, stonework would be cool.
And the concept of it, there was all that.
Yeah,
there was texture, there was things in it, and what we got was just not.
The Haunted Pirate says that the colors are not the issue. I mean, I feel like the colors are kind of the issue. The scale of it is the biggest issue. It's just massive. It's huge. But again, I think that's on purpose because they wanted to make Tiana's look smaller.
Yeah. I think if it was like off-white,
I think it would look better. It should just match the mansion.
Yeah. It should match the mansion.
Like, why
give it this really like mystic. At night they could have done like a mystic like glow and like how it comes to life like Pandora. Like if they did that, they would complement Tiana's very well. It would complement the mansion. It would be this weird mystic bond.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of that. Going back to this thing. Now I have it in Photoshop. I can just do this a lot easier. So if we come over here, this is why a lot of people are saying this is off the chart.
Oh yeah, that thing is. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that.
So along the trim here, and this goes all the way back here to where this guy is standing.
Okay, San Francisco Square.
Metal, just metal strip. They haven't painted it.
Oh my God,
they might have painted it now, but it is literally just a metal strip, and that told the internet that this is literally from.
Oh my God, I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Next time I'm in the park, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah. Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's like San Francisco Square. Remember when they installed the bridge and they just had those I
think I have a picture.
Awful sections on the bridge that were just were jimmy rigged. And you're like, dude, what? Like, this is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that a lot of people spend a lot of money in. They're waiting for the foundation to settle. Straight up. That looks so bad.
I'm trying
The
to find because
ironwork
I
is
think
totally
I took
missing, yeah.
photos of it.
Yeah, I agree. The ironwork, there needs to be some ironwork. They need to have plants or something, right? Yeah, see, exactly, Terry. There just needs to be more plants.
It's just so lazy.
See, this is the
So
thing. Okay,
incredibly lazy.
and like I'm gonna bring up Epic Universe and Disney again. I know this is another thing. I sound like a
Dylan
broken
Cam.
record, but like, this is the exact reason why Disney needs to be careful, because they cannot just all of a sudden be like, whatever, you know, like no, there's a lot of, especially in Florida, and Disneyland's a different story. You know, Disneyland's always going to be crowded and is never going to have an issue, but like in Florida, we saw Disney take a hit when they opened up Potter, because people started to go, wow, like there's the quality's just as great over here at Universal. And it's going to continue to happen with Epic Universe. Like Epic Universe is already looking amazing. And Disney can't get away with this kind of stuff. Like they have to make sure the quality is where it should be. Like spend the money. That's what they're known for. That's why they got famous in the theme park industry in the first place, was just the standard was so different. That's why Walt wanted to build the park in the first place. He didn't want to make it some carnival, like trash carnival that anyone else can go to. Like it needed to be a place that everyone can go and feel comfortable, and it's clean, and it's a great place to be with your family. Like, and I'm not saying that it's a garbage theme park at all. I'm just saying like that quality standard needs to be very high. Oh, dude, yeah, put that on there. It's the Cracker Barrel.
I saw this on Twitter.
Who did that?
I don't know.
That's awesome.
I saw another one
That's what it
that
kinda
they
looks
put like
like.
Spirit Halloween.
Oh
as
my
well.
god, it does kind of look like a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in so long. That is funny.
That's so good.
Oh my god. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So good.
They have no competition in Southern California. Yeah, that's the thing is, like Disney's they're gonna be fine in Southern California, but it's just Orlando. They gotta, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting these next couple months. And hey, at the end of the day, us consumers, we win. Let them fight. I don't care. Let them all fight, because it means just cooler stuff for us.
Let them fight to the death.
Yep.
I'm really trying to, because I thought I took a photo of the trim.
Chicken fried steak, please. Now I'm hungry. What did I eat today? I had some coffee. Sarah and I she got me some Erewhon. And then, if you don't know what Erewhon is, it's an incredibly expensive grocery store. It's just ridiculous. But what we got smoothies and then these little sandwich wraps. They're really good. Food's really good. And I think that's it. And then I had a little beverage. So there you go. That's my meal for the day. It's amazing.
I had pasticos and rice left over from right before the stream started.
There you go.
I ate that. That's the only thing I've eaten today.
What is your overall opinion of the current state of DCA? Well, I mean, in general, DCA is a great park. I think I've seen the park at its lowest, and I've now seen the park at what it is now. I'm sad that the red car trolley's on its way out, and I wish Avengers Campus was a little bit better. But I like California Adventure. I think it's a cool park. I think it's fun. I saw someone on X not too long ago. They're like, "Oh, which one would you do? Which one would you rather go to? Hollywood Studios or DCA?" And I'm like, DCA. DCA is a great park. You got Cars Land, the pier's fun. Grizzly Peak is a beautiful section of the park. Still one of the best parts of the park. And yeah, we got Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's really good. It's a really good park. And yeah, they're gonna get more rides. We're gonna get let's see, Coco, the Kuka Arm Ride, and then the e-ticket attractions. 3 new attractions. So that's cool. Oh no, 4, because Avatar. So there you go. At least 4 new rides. I don't know if Avatar's going to have more than 1 ride. I hope it has more than 1 ride. I'm tired of these parks just building like, I mean, Epic Universe is guilty of it too. They got the Harry Potter thing. It's massive land, and then you got one ride. It's like, God dang it, I want another one.
Oh, super chat.
Thank you, Jason, for the super chat. It's a shame I fell in love with the parks watching Disney Plus's The Imagineering story, and lately I've been met with constant underwhelming imagining projects. I'm grieving. Yeah, no, I feel that sometimes as well. Like there are times when I'm walking in the parks and it's just like, dang it, I wish, especially in Florida. It doesn't really happen much at Disneyland, but in Florida, like when I was walking through that Epcot hub, it's a bit disappointing. It really is, because Epcot is such an amazing park. It's a really fun park, and it's a shame that you got that like office park looking thing in the front. It just sucks. Because yeah, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is like one of my favorite roller coasters. It's so good. But then you look at you turn your head over here and you see that, and you're just like, ugh, what is Disney doing? What are they doing? I don't even think they know what they're doing. No. And here's a perfect example of not knowing what they're doing, because here's this AI artwork. This is in the Madame Leota shop. That right there is AI generated. That was not drawn by anybody. That was drawn by a computer. And that's the problem.
They bought this off of Redbubble.
Yeah.
And it is AI generated. Unfortunately. And it's almost like WDI and Disney do not have talented people.
Like it's like you're telling me that out of all those people, all the animators and everything, you can't have someone draw a picture of a ghost.
Yep. And don't get me wrong, like I'm a very loud proponent of AI. I think
it can be used in really great ways.
Yeah, I think AI is going to be the future. I think AI is amazing in what it can do right now, but also remember, it is the worst that it will be.
Yeah.
And if they're doing stuff like this is what companies shouldn't do when they hire talented people, is have a machine generate an image to put in their theme park.
Yep.
I am fine with a machine generating an image to come up with an idea, but where you have to draw the line is this kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's just cheap. And like what Terry was just saying, like, it's framed horribly. Like, dude, like, really? This is coming from the Walt Disney Company. I'm sure Walt Disney would love the technology, right? I think he would marvel at it. But I don't think he would really appreciate doing something like this when he has a bunch of talented people that worked very hard to get to where they were, right? Like there's a lot of people that work at Disney that did everything they could to become a Walt Disney Imagineer or whatever, and to have that title, to then have some stupid computer do that for, like, come on, Disney. Yeah. It's just ridiculous.
It's insane. Oh,
and then, hey, it's not just Disney. That's for all these theme park companies. Like, come on, use your talented people. There's that signage, by the way, that I was talking about. Like, the signage does not fit the time period. Like, what is that?
It makes no sense.
AW, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope Disney realizes that they don't need to spend money to make magic. The problem with the gift shop was not that they did not spend enough money on it. They need to focus on what makes everything so unique. That's the focus. What makes them special. And I don't know why they're losing that all of a sudden, because it's not like, Bob Iger has been with the company a long time, and Bob Iger was there for really amazing things. So, like, what's going on? And it makes me worried for the future. Like, it really does. I think we're going to get some really cool rides, but are those rides going to be like the same kind of thing that we have with Haunted Mansion and Pirates and attractions like that? Like, I don't think so.
I don't want that sign in my living room. I want the Haunted Mansion sign in my living room.
Yeah.
And they could have made something that I want to put in my living room.
Yeah.
I said the best thing about that sign. I was walking through the park with Tori the other day, And I said the best thing about that sign is the light bulb they put in
Yeah.
the fixture.
Yeah, or like what's holding it, that ironwork that's holding it.
Yeah.
Why isn't the sign the same ironwork as the Haunted Mansion sign?
Yeah. It should be this embossed, this embroidered, stone-looking, old rustic sign where the light, when the light hits it, how it reflects the light is super important. This is vinyl. This is a vinyl sticker.
Yeah.
I know we're hardcore critiquing a sign above a gift shop, but that's what we do. That's what you have to do.
Well, because we're nerds at the end of the day. This is like
And right now, as we speak, Disney's currently charging $250 for a single day park hopper ticket. A single day one park ticket.
Yeah, like
$250.
Yeah, like those kind of things shouldn't be in the park. People spend that kind of money to go. We need to see some unique stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I love Disney, but I also don't mind critiquing their little fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, like go back to that image if we can find it again. Okay, so the doors, those look okay. I don't mind that. It looks kind of weathered too.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I like the doors. They added texture on.
Why didn't they do that for the rest of the building?
Yeah. And I think they also added these little bits. It is not enough. Also, my big problem with it is this angle is you're exiting the mansion, right? One of my big issues with this gift shop is in the concept door, the exit is not obstructed.
Yeah.
The exit, as soon as you exit the mansion, all you see is a white pole and a series of white poles. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
I
kind of like the stained glass though. The stained glass on each side is nice.
Yeah.
There's aspects of it that are cool, but then there's the majority of it that's just like, ugh.
Why did you do this?
Speaking of critiquing, because we got to be fair. Try to go to BioReconstruct on Twitter. We're going to talk about Epic Universe really quick. Epic Universe, I think, is going to be an amazing theme park. But there are some areas of the park that are worrying me. And we've talked about this too. If you scroll down...
Ew.
Yeah, they got to redo that sign. We were looking at the Epcot sign, the marquee sign. They got to just power wash it or something.
Sorry, guys, my ADHD happens.
Also, I think the Poly Resort tower looks better than the concept art. I actually don't mind it.
I haven't looked a lot. I'm going to switch to this. I haven't looked into it a lot. Mm-hmm. I think this looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks better than the concept art because I was pretty harsh on it.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm still worried because I think it gives Hilton still.
Yeah, like yeah.
Especially like this view, right?
Are we going to talk about the berm? Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the berm issues in Epic Universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just scrolling down.
Like Joe already said, they hand-painted art to conserve budget for Dinoland USA. Yeah, like you got to do what you got to do. But like hand-painting it, that's a big difference than like having some, you know what? Go back. For those that don't know, this is, wait, hold on. Where's it at? I guess you can do this one down here. BioReconstruct is on X, and he jumps in a helicopter and he takes some amazing photos of Epic Universe. Okay, top corner right there, right by Atlantic, next to Super Nintendo World. That plot of what the heck.
I'm gonna do this real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch. Talk to the camera, Dylan.
But yeah, so there are sections of Epic Universe that are clearly there for expansion, and they'll get to them over time. But I'm just what I'm worried about is what it's going to look like when we're in the park. Like they're not just very tiny open spaces. They're very large. So it's like, are they going to be planting grass? Are they going to build a structure to hide some of this? Some of the sight lines in Epic Universe I'm starting to like worry. In general, I think the park is going to be incredible, but here's the thing: we're seeing these images from the air. You know, we're thousands of feet up, and I'm assuming that on the ground level, it's going to look a lot different. But yeah, I'm just a little worried about the sight lines. Some of them are a little scary. When does Disney bring The Simpsons to the parks? Like we talked about earlier, I think it's going to be sometime in the next, it's going to be soon, probably in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to slowly start seeing some Simpsons in the park. Hazmat, nice to see you. I always seem to miss these. Well, I'm glad that you're able to join for a little bit. Jason, thank you so much for the super chat. I'll need a hug from you next time I'm at Disneyland in January and Walt Disney World in March. I hope Disney improves. Hey, if you find me, I'll give you a hug. No worries there at all. And the thing is the experience at Disney is you can have an enjoyable time. I want to stress that. Like it is fun. You can have fun. It's just we're extremely nitpicky. Like this is crazy. You know, like we're really cherry picking here.
And I don't think you guys can see, but this is right here is a 1971 map of Disneyland.
Yeah, we're fans of Disneyland.
We are huge fans of these parks. I have a Magic Mountain map over there. Like,
yeah, we love all the parks.
Yeah.
We're just not afraid. Some people are afraid to
critique
them because they want to hold, their status or whatever. But I am a firm believer that if you are a true fan of all these places, you have no issue doing these moments of, we're going to critique things.
Yep.
If you're a fan of something, you truly love it, you're not going to have an issue calling these things out. And this is exactly what I'm talking about with Epic Universe. I love Universal Studios. I think Universal's doing just insane things lately. But there are some parts of Epic Universe that we have talked about that I'm like, okay, what are they going to do here?
Yeah.
Like, you can see right there in the center of the photo is Atlantic, which is one of the sit-down restaurants in the park, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be like a steak and seafood restaurant. But at the top left, where Carter has this window that's opened, you can see that there is a plot of land that hasn't been developed other than some hardscape. That right there, like, what is that going to look like when we're in the park? Because so Carter's circling it right now, but that right there, and you could see the hardscape, you could see the footpath where we're going to be walking out of the gift shop from the entrance. But if you turn left, like if you turn your head left, you're going to see what are they going to do there? And then you could also see.
So here's the Kronos.
Yeah, so that's the Kronos. That's where we walk in. We're going to walk in through the Kronos there, and you're going to be met with, I believe it's called Luna Overlook,
Yep.
And you can either go left or right through some series of gift shops. Very Tokyo Disney-ish canopies going on there, which is really cool. But when you choose thy fate, and you go to the left and you go out,
This way?
yeah. I really
what is this?
Yeah, and you know what? Like
We're 6 months out.
we're 6 months out, so they can do whatever. They can build the berm, they can plant some grass and trees and make it look at least decent. But the other worrisome thing is you could also see the Mario Kart show building. It's right there.
Yeah, so if I'm going to just take this and zoom out just a brief moment. So I'm a guest. I'm going to go to Super Nintendo World, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna do Super Nintendo World right off the bat, right? Mm-hmm. Welcome to Epic Universe.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Epic Universe.
We're going to enter the Kronos. We're going to go all the way down. We come to this fork in the road right here. Do I go right? Do I go left? We're going to go this way. I want to go to Epic Universe.
You mean Super Nintendo World?
I want to go to Super Nintendo
We're in Epic Universe, Carter. You've already had too much to drink.
And now we come in, and the first impression
is that
of Super Nintendo World, like in Hollywood, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
is a giant
Show
beige
building.
box.
Yeah, that is going to be. And now they are painting the side of this thing, which is cool. They just started doing that, which is really nice. I think that's going to look way better than just the plain green. And then, yeah, Carter just finished that line that goes right into Super Nintendo World. And then obviously Super Nintendo World looks incredible. Like,
This has got to have just trees.
yeah, it has to. But maybe they'll build a berm there.
Yeah.
They'll throw up some dirt and maybe plant some trees, and they'll get to it eventually. Because yeah, this is a little expansion plot for Epic Universe. I don't think a big ride's gonna go there, but maybe some more gift shops and stuff.
Can you go this way?
Oh yeah, you'll be able to walk that way.
Because you can also go.
But yeah, that building is yeah, according to Alicia Stella and permits, there is gonna be backstage. Okay, yeah, I mean, I hope it all kind of works out good. Again, I'm glad that they're painting the outside of Super Nintendo World with some different texture going on there. But see, there's another spot next to Pizza Moon, which, by the way, that sign is so cool. But next to Pizza Moon on the right, there's another big section.
That's some like roller coaster tycoon.
Oh, dude, I love it. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
The Pizza Moon is, yeah, I'm gonna eat there all the time. But right next to Pizza Moon, there's another spot that's very questionable.
This one?
Yeah, that is kind of like oof. So we'll see. And then if you go back to his photo lineup, there's if you can look at the Dark Universe. There's like I'm trying to find the show building because we can kind of see the show building.
Oh, this kind of gives you a.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done, but it is looking really good. Yeah, go down to Dark Universe. It's there somewhere. We'll get to some comments here. Again, thank you so much for sticking with us. I'm going to slowly start wrapping it up here very soon because we've been going for a while. Mm-hmm. And for those that have stuck through and have watched this on the replay, thank you so much. This is awesome. We're having a great time.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button. And we're just having a great time. We're just chatting. That's why when I do these live streams, I just want to just hang out and chill. That's what we're doing. We're just chilling. It doesn't need to be super crazy or anything. Let's see. Oh, the entrance to Tomorrowland. Yeah, that's another thing at Disneyland that I'm just like, oh, what the hell's going on there?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so let's find. Okay, scroll down. God, the Monsterland's gonna be so cool.
Right down?
No, it's like
so
that. Yeah, look at that. Go ahead and
we'll
show
do
them
that.
that. That is. Look at how that is epic. That is so cool. And look at the scale. Look at the guy that's walking right there. Look at how massive that entrance portal is. This is the entrance portal to Dark Universe. It's where all the classic Universal monsters are going to be living. That looks gorgeous. Just stunning. But let's find. Keep scrolling down, and we'll see it. It's like a shot of the castle, and you'll be able to see the. Are you going to be at the park for New Year's Eve? I'm actually not going to be at any parks for New Year's Eve, unfortunately. Not this year. I still want to try to go to Epcot one of these years.
This one?
It's like I guess pick that one.
This one?
Yeah, because I can at least we can show them.
I'm going to put it in Photoshop. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I would love to go to Epcot for New Year's Eve one of these days. That's been like one of my bucket list theme park things I want to do. Because, yeah, I really want to experience that. I've heard nothing but great things about Epcot for New Year's Eve. So one of these days I'll make it happen. Okay, so we can all see this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Dark Universe main attraction. This is the Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. Beautiful looking castle.
Gorgeous.
Just absolutely stunning. Now, what I'm going to talk about is on the back facing side, which we're not really going to see, but it's looking the same on the front. So there's obviously the texture from the castle, but then on the left there's the plain building.
Beige.
Yeah, the beige box. The front of the castle looks great, but on the side is that beige box and they haven't painted it. And I'm like, okay, that's another thing that I'm very worried about in Dark Universe because it looks incredible. This looks incredible. But I wish they would have just painted because when you have you seen the model in Orlando, the Epic Universe model?
Not in person. But
Oh my God, it is insane. But in the model, they actually have paint on the show building. They weathered it so it can kind of blend in a little bit. Here they haven't weathered it.
and the fact that they removed the scaffolding.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, oh no, like, can you guys weather it?
And that's
You know?
at Universal Japan.
Yeah.
In Paddle, you go down the street, you see the castle, and then Bay Show Building just right there, and it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
And I'm really worried that this is going to be the same case.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of it, but I think we're gonna see a smidgen of it, you know. But like the castle itself it's so stunning that I hope that they have some coverage there. And they've already planted some trees in front of it so hopefully in 6 months, well actually no, in 4 months they grow a little bit more. But yeah, I'm a little worried with some stuff. Overall, though, Epic Universe, I think it's just gonna be insane. Okay, well, there's a better
This one?
shot. There's that. There it is.
Well, this one.
I don't know if it'll show. Well, you can kind of see it, but I think maybe the other one's a little better.
Yeah, this is beige.
Yeah, that one right there is better.
Ah.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be running to that Dark Universe land, world. That's gonna be so cool. What do you think the ride's gonna be like?
Incredible. I think it's going to be amazing. The animatronics have to be so cool. They keep hyping up the animatronics. And if the animatronics are just like, this is fine, I think it's going to disappoint a lot of people.
I mean, they look like we've seen how they move, and they look incredible.
They look stunning.
But here's a better shot of what I'm talking about, and then after this, I think we'll wrap it up. But so you have this beautiful looking castle, and now this is like positioned towards the backstage area. But look where the exit is, and then look at where the building is, and it's like I think we're gonna be seeing that
exit.
Yeah, that's the exit right there. And then even up by DeLacy's, I think it's what it's called. You're gonna be able to see that thing from over there.
Yeah.
Like.
If you go like,
yeah, if you're coming from the Burning Blade and you want to go on Monsters again, you're gonna be walking and you're gonna see the side of that building. And I just think that it's I don't know.
What's that?
Oh,
it's just a fence.
No, it's the test.
I know. Yeah, it's a clearance.
Yeah, clearance test.
Thing. Yeah.
But zoom in on go towards the castle a little bit. Let's kind of look at the castle.
What are these lights?
I don't know, but I'm glad that look at all the trees and everything. You know how much money that costs? That's so expensive to put.
Oh, they're like Frankenstein lights.
Yeah, those are cool.
Oh, neat.
I mean, look at the details. So that's what I'm just a little worried about with the building. It's like you have this beautiful look. Look at this.
You got the Universal Express sign.
Yep. But this looks gorgeous. It's just that building is just ugh.
Yeah, so there's a backstage door.
Yeah, here's the backstage door, so we're not going to be able to walk back here or anything like that. And you can see that they've been planting so many trees to probably hide that building. They're like, okay, how do we hide this thing? Go towards the castle a little bit, like where the exit is. To the right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look at the detail. It's incredible.
This stonework over here is just so cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. And then kind of scroll down a little bit with the other way, with the building. Other way.
Sorry, guys.
To the right. Yeah, there's, there's that building.
This?
Yeah. Ugh, my goodness. I wish they would have just painted it. You know, just paint it.
It will take $15 more.
And it would take 2 seconds to have some guy be like, all right, guys, we're just going to throw some, like, some dark colors on this thing. I don't know. They saw time.
But
It's not
the
done.
thing is, it's that one guy in creative who's like, oh, they can't see it.
Yeah. Again, we don't know what this looks like on the ground level.
Yeah.
It could look amazing for all we know.
Yeah.
We
We can't see any of this.
Yeah, we could be walking like through the exit and we don't even see the dang building.
But the thing is, like, we have proof that that's not usually the case when it comes to Universal.
This is like when I was talking about cutting corners earlier. This is like Universal being like, no, we don't need to do it. It's fine.
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm glad that there's a bunch of trees. There's a lot of trees there. So they will grow and then we'll block that building.
The one that I'm like, that is, when I saw it was the Untrainable building. I was like, what
the theater
is
building.
happening?
We got some Hyperia theater going on there.
Yeah. I was like, that was just a big box behind
Or Hyperion, right?
Hyperion?
Hyperion. I'm getting roller coasters confused with Disney's. Hyperion is a roller coaster at Thorpe Park. Yeah, they had a there he is.
There it
There
is.
it is. There she is.
Yay.
Then they did the Harry Potter Hogsmeade Hollywood treatment on the side there. They painted some trees, which is cool. Whatever. Again, this is another one of those things where, like, obviously when we walk closer to the building, we're not going to be able to see it, but from a distance, oh yeah, you're gonna see that thing
When you're standing here,
right there. Yeah, you're gonna see it.
when you're standing right here on this bridge, and you look up,
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
this blue is not going to blend super well with the sky.
I'm surprised they didn't I'm surprised they didn't dig deeper into the ground to kind of try to just lower the building as much as they could.
Well, just build a facade, right? You have this like balcony thing.
I would have done another rock work thing.
Yeah. What gets me is like you have this wooden thing and then it just stops.
Yeah. So again, like I'm wondering what this looks like in person on the ground.
Yeah. But then you have this bridge.
We're gonna find out here soon. Isn't that crazy to think? We're gonna find out what all this looks like in like 4.5 months, 5 months. We're gonna be walking through this park.
Make sure you subscribe
Yes.
to Theme Park Obsession.
Yeah, because you're gonna see all of the Epic Universe content on the channel. There's gonna be a lot as we wrap this up.
A metric ton.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be videos of everything, and I'm not going to reveal how I'm going to do those videos for various reasons, but there's going to be a lot, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be cool. I already have like a plan of action with the videos, and
He does.
oh yeah,
He's told me
This is very-
many of times.
very meticulous. So yeah, it's going to be cool. I can't wait for Epic Universe. It's going to be a game changer. I think it's going to really change the
landscape.
landscape in
Yeah.
Orlando. It's going to give Disney. I think it's going to give Disney a run for its money.
It better.
Yeah, I hope so.
It better. Any last things?
I know we didn't really talk too much about roller coasters in the stream, but that's okay. We can always do that for the next one.
We can go on a quick King to Cod Six Flags rant if you want.
Because that could go on for like 3 hours too.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with Six Flags, I just hope
To
we
get it out of the way.
Well, I just hope we get some cool stuff in the pipeline. Like, for Magic Mountain, let's narrow it down to Magic Mountain. I really hope whatever they're doing at Magic Mountain is cool. Like, I really hope it's just, when they reveal it, I hope we're all like, oh, that's awesome. Like, that's really cool.
I really think that it will be. I think it will be cool. But I think what also is cool at Magic Mountain is if they can pressure wash some concrete.
Oh yeah, they
That'd
need to
be nice.
resurface a lot of stuff, and I think they're working on some beautification.
Yeah.
They've been doing a lot of greenery stuff in the park. I've been noticing, which is great. I love to see it, and they're also fixing the marquee sign out front. That's right by the freeway. So yeah, the projects are slowly happening. But yeah, I really hope the new coaster at Magic Mountain is cool. So Anything you wanted to add last minute?
Stop closing rides without announcing them before you close them. Six Flags.
Yeah.
Cedar Fail.
Oh, speaking of closures, Rip Ride Rocket.
Oh,
closing,
goodbye!
Yeah, closing
September.
in September of 2025. Rip Ride Rocket. May she rest in peace. Yeah.
Which is going to be very interesting for HHN. Because if
Yeah.
they close that ride, we probably won't see demo walk or anything happen until after HHN.
Yeah.
And
That's a 2027 opening, whatever that is.
oh yeah, big time.
Which
if not
makes sense.
2028.
Honestly, I think it's 2027 because Tropical Americas is going to be opening up down the street, so they
Yep.
probably want to compete with that.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad we got the credit on that one. It's a crazy ride.
It's a crazy ride. It also hurts, so
It
that's why.
hurts.
And it's a maintenance nightmare.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
but shout out to Universal for announcing that it is closing.
So we have time to ride it.
So we have time to ride it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Universal for actually respecting their fans. So that's
Yeah.
that's a big plus.
Yep.
King Dakar.
King Dakar, may she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. I know it was crazy. I know it was just a fireside chat, but that's moving forward. If I ever do any of these, that's what it's going to be like. These are very rare, by the way, on the channel. I do not do these all the time, so do not expect me to go live all the time. This is like once in a blue moon. Maybe when we get a little closer to Epic Universe opening, we'll do a live stream, and then maybe when we're at Epic Universe, when we're back at the hotel or something, or the following day, we'll do a live stream about Epic Universe. I'll figure it out. But yeah, this is a rare moment, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks everyone for the super chats, all the donations, the thumbs up. And for those that have watched the replay and you've made it all the way to now, congratulations.
Woo.
That was a long live stream. So thanks for watching.
We are going on.
It was like
Okay,
3
what time
hours
is
or
it?
something.
We're going on. Oh, it tells me down here. Hee hee. I don't OBS a lot. 2 hours and 24 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Is
yeah.
it your longest live stream? you ever
No, I
done?
think we went pretty long for the Dark Universe and Harry Potter.
Did we? Yeah.
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 Those are the other ones, by the way, on the channel.
Yeah, go check them out. Give them
Yeah.
a watch.
But
if you want more content.
yeah.
Put them on in the background while you do dishes. That's what I
And then
do.
Downtown Disney video coming up. This won't matter for the replay, but for those that are watching right in this moment, Downtown Disney video comes out tomorrow. And then we start January, and then the road to 2025 is gonna be insane.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm not gonna talk about it. You all know I'm gonna be going to Epic Universe, but anything else is a big mystery. I don't know, and I'm not gonna say anything because you know how I am. I don't like to give other people ideas, so no, I'm going to keep it a secret, and they'll get the idea when I go. Been noticing that. I see everybody on YouTube, but all right, we're gonna end it. Have a good night, everybody.
Delirious.
I'm tired too.
Yeah.
I'm very tired.
too.
So are you. You gotta wake up tomorrow.
I gotta
and-
wake up at 6:30 a.m. And it's what time? 10? Oh, it's 10:30.
Yep, and I gotta start my 6-day workout routine tomorrow. So
There it is. Attaboy.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for
Goodbye.
watching. And this might not end immediately because we're gonna try to figure out how to end this.
Yeah.
So goodbye. Thanks for watching.
I have buttons that I can push.